Let's see what Trigger's got going on here. This is a story that takes place in the past. A story of a rookie proxy named Faithin, who was a young lady at a crossroads of fate. But we just moved to that damn random place store? How's the post already up and everything? We've been on 60 for a while now. How many internet commissions have we taken these past few days? But we haven't received shit. It's okay. We're starting a proxy business, a video store from scratch, side by side. It'll take time. These days, I've been focused on managing the store, so thank you for taking care of our internet business. Having this cozy little home here is already much better than the life we had after leaving Academy. As long as we slowly build up our reputation, we'll eventually have a chance to uncover clues about the fall of those cap. You know, we'll take it slow. Yeah, but I still want to take some damn commission from the money. The enthusiasm is really something, but your troubles will soon be resolved. That's all hard you've been searching for commissions. So these past few days, I'm an intelligence broker who can introduce some commissions to us. As long as we can establish a long-term partnership with this professional intelligence broker, we shouldn't have to worry about getting commissions in the future. As your older brother, I also want to be able to help you. Brothers are going to be our, what's his name? We haven't seen him for a long time. Yeah, we haven't seen him in any new updates, have we? Thanks. I think I've done a good job. I also arranged to meet him in the store. Should be arriving soon. After that, a son knocked coming through the door. He's here. Just in time, Belle. Let's go talk. Who knows? Maybe a cool surprise ring for us on first commission. 18. Belle and I put aside the video show to go handle commission. Can we get you to watch the house? But is that the first time we ever actually really see 18 top? How's this place already built up like this? Up front of the door, a man in a suit walks in. Although he wears a friendly, reliable smile, something slightly off about it. It is, I was gonna say, his fucking purple and green suit and his fedora. Belle, allow me to introduce our future partner and tells us what I found on the internet. Yeah, Shepard, that's his name. What is Shepard's voice on? Did they ever give Shepard a voice? I don't know. Nice to meet you, but you could call me Shepard. I'm glad you two chose to work with me, by the way. We're just starting out in the line of work. I can't remember what his voice, I think his voice is a bit deeper, but I mean, I get it. We're just starting. I understand. It's normal for rookie proxies like you to have a hard time finding commission. But please don't worry. As an intelligence broker, I exist precisely for people like you. Please, let me check my notes. Your name is Faithin, right? What kind of commission do you usually specialize in? Any commission, bro. Want an energetic response? These days, when young proxies will lack the energy you have. That being said, combat-related commissions might be a bit tricky, right? You two don't seem like fighters, and hiring combat personnel can be expensive. To be honest, I'm not sure I feel comfortable assigning you anything dangerous. Well, it's like Venus. I'll find our own way to resolve it. I believe you'll see it. I believe you'll see it in the actual commission. Oh, was that our line? I just bucked that one out. I didn't even realize it was saying the actual commission. Well, I happen to have a recently issued commission that can serve as the perfect starting point for our partnership. I believe this commission is for the perfect difficulty. The assessment. Why was that written like that? Should have been the perfectly to assess your whatever. If you're interested, let me explain the details. Shall we move to a more convenient place to talk? Better not be the cafe, bro. It's not suitable to talk about the counter, so you move to a small room with Shepard to discuss things in detail.
Our first assignment together is a missing person commission.
There's
no need for combat or venturing into any hollows, so it's completely safe. Honestly, I can't think of a better way to test your skills.
That's just not filling job.
To be honest, it feels like you're just filling your quota with this commission.
Don't get me wrong, I'm definitely not trying to pass this off on you. Your ability to navigate the hollow is unquestionable. That's what makes a proxy. But this role involves more than just that, and this commission is a perfect opportunity to demonstrate those other skills. To be honest, the client barely gave us anything to work with, just pieces of info. That's why this is a perfect chance to show off your skills in gathering intel, spotting details, and negotiating. All the makings of a top-tier proxy.
Oh, great. Fuck.
You've made your point. Guess we can't refuse now.
Piece together bullshit and not
Let's see
get a
the
hollow
job.
with it. Proxy jobs. Shepard nods in satisfaction, pulls out 3 items from his pocket: a harmonica, sheet of music, and whatever that last one was. Old photo of a woman with her eyes covered. Someone aged photograph, though the images remain fairly clear. A blonde young woman with her eyes covered leans against the wall. For some reason, her silhouette seems so fragile. The silhouette shattered into pieces at any moment. It was such profound sadness. You got all that from a fucking picture?
The client has only provided us with these 3 clues. All we know is that the woman in the photo is your target.
Just a photo. So even the client doesn't know her name, identity, or whereabouts? And what's the deal with the harmonica and the sheet music?
You played the lure.
The client doesn't seem to have any more info, though it's possible they just don't want to share. But the client did mention if you get stuck, you should try playing the sheet music with the harmonica. Well then, I'll leave this commission in your capable hands. Keep me in the loop if you make any breakthroughs. Just ping me on Knock Knock.
Is it Jeremy Lowenthal who's doing his
A
voice?
single photo and a melody.
Sounds like it.
Feels like chasing shadows. Belle, where do you think we should start?
Almost like they had Shepard to be a more important character giving us commissions. He only appears like fucking the start of the game, doesn't appear anymore. Port Alps.
Maybe we should start with Port Elpis. A woman with her eyes
Elpis?
covered isn't exactly someone you see every day. Remember when we went to visit the sea? I'm pretty sure we spotted someone like that back then.
The blind person at the sea.
Remember? I was in a bad mood that day, so
Great.
you took me to the port to clear my head. We bought some fries, but you were so busy staring at that girl with her eyes covered, a seagull snatched them right out of your hand.
Why do you sound mad? Now that I think about it, that woman did look a lot like the one in the photo.
Fucking
I was just a bit distracted. I didn't mean to stare. Next time I'll make sure to watch my fries more carefully. Well, thanks to you,
I was
we've got
mad
a
at the
lead now.
flies or the woman.
Let's head to the port and see what we can find.
How's that a lead? If we once saw a woman with her eyes covered at the port, that's basically like the one we saw in the picture. Oh, the moving truck. Big blue cool. Jesus, bro. Can we go to the rest of 6th Street? I wonder what the hang. Yeah, let's see what the rest of 6th Street is like during this.
Good afternoon.
No
Feeling
unique
I'm
dialogue.
not to your liking. Next time I'll have something that better suits your taste.
I thought we'd be able to get like unique dialogue because we had just moved in. There probably is unique dialogue that I'm missing. Geronimo. Belle, we've arrived. It's time to find our missing person. However, it was a week ago we saw her. Can't be sure she's the same person we're looking for. Even if she is, we're unsure whether she's still around. Well, look for some damn clues. Right, since we don't have any other leads right now, let's try our luck here. I'll set the hack to the cameras, check if she's been around recently. That's for you, Belle. Take the photo and ask the locals to pass the by real quick. Hey, fries lady. Welcome to Tater King. Our fries are and hot dog combos, a hot soda. We just to give it a try. Have you seen this person? I've never seen this girl before. When? Maybe once every 1 or 2 months. I'll see her wandering around this area. I've never spoken to her. She doesn't seem to be interacting with anyone around here, so I don't really know much about her background. She hasn't been around recently? I don't think so. I don't remember seeing her recently. Are you looking for her? I can keep it out for you. Thanks, Fee. By the way, would you like some fries? Let me think about it. No? The seals have been too active recently. Will they have a negative impact on the state of our sales of our fries? It looks like I shouldn't feed them too much in the future. Does she use a fry-based sauce anyways? Alright, let's see. Try climbing the lighthouse. An old man who's one. Right, the lighthouse wasn't repaired, wasn't it? He couldn't get inside. And also, there's no poster if we can install it. What do you think you're doing? The lighthouse is current. No, but Dunn has a. Right, he does have a gruff voice. No one is allowed to enter. I didn't know that. I had to shut up. You can go straight up in when the lighthouse hasn't been properly maintained for years. Something happens to you, who would take responsibility? Besides, what do you need the lighthouse for? I'm looking for a person. Let me see. This girl does have a rather memorable appearance. Yeah, memorable appearance, man. Big blonde hair, double cheeked up, no eyes. She might have been here before, and you don't remember that? That's I usually keep her around the lighthouse. If she was on the dock's walkways, I wouldn't have found her. If you're looking, I would have seen her. If you're looking for her, I should check her on there, or at least I haven't seen her go to the lighthouse. Thanks. We can go. She probably doesn't even know there is a lighthouse. Her eyes are covered. A mirror maiden type beat. Tightly closed the door. A room upstairs. Let's be living here. Blackmore has appeared around the corner. Maybe she lives here previously. Complete silence. Some kind of noise inside. Who? Let me see. Within 3 seconds. Never seen. Disappear. In the end, everyone will disappear, including me. Love it. Can you look through the glass? This is where we see the face, like a pair of eyes. There, yeah. I'm glad the ghost is still inside. That's cool because it reset its instance and starting a different instance of the zone. Probably should ask her on the dock. Oh well.
No luck on my end. Belle, did you find anything?
Whole lot of nothing. I talked to a ghost and a fucking dude who's always at the dock.
I was wishful thinking to assume that a quick stroll through the port would solve this. But since we're here, might as well give the harmonica a try. Whether it works or not, you owe me some fries before we head back.
Love
I'll
it.
do whatever you say, but Belle, would you mind giving the harmonica a try instead? I'm curious to how it sounds.
Wow, you sure know how to set me up. I'm telling you now, though, I can't promise what it'll sound like.
Yeah, it sounded pretty accurate. Also, the audio, holy shit, it's just a cut off. That is like the most noir harmonica ever, by the way.
How do I put this? It sounds okay once you get used to it. But nothing happened, so I guess we should just get some fries and head back.
Excuse me. Were you the ones playing the harmonica just now?
Sorry. My sister didn't mean to make such a commotion. We'll just... Wait. You're the one in the photo. Sorry about
Yeah,
that. I didn't hear any
got that
footsteps, so
silence.
I didn't realize you were right beside us.
My apologies. Moving quietly is second nature to me.
Yellow eyes.
I didn't mean to startle you. If I may ask, where did you learn that melody?
Why shoot you? A questioning glance. The blindfold woman from the photo actually appeared. What an unexpected surprise. Let's bring her back home.
Well, the two of us are proxies.
Damn.
And this song was given to us by a client. We never
Is
thought it
that
would actually
illegal?
help us find you. Our client is the one looking for you. Why don't we discuss the details somewhere else?
I see. Please lead the way. I'd also like to meet this client of yours.
Let's head back to the store.
Okay, let's go check in with Shepard. Oh, I almost forgot.
Damn, there's docs
your
everywhere.
name
Shepard.
is-
So we're proxies.
My real name. I haven't used that in a long time, but I do have a code name. You can call me Charon.
Sharon. It's supposed to be Sharon. Which is at a video store with a woman who calls herself Sharon. It wasn't Charon, fuck off. Along the way, you introduce yourself and share a bit about your fledgling proxy business.
Miss Charon, I just reached out to the information broker who posted the commission. He should be here shortly, and you'll be able to meet the client soon. Please take a seat on the couch.
Yeah.
I'll get you something to drink.
Proxy's
Thank
bringing
you,
people
but
to their
please,
place of business.
don't mind me.
Their home.
By the way,
We are
the second
amateur.
row from the top on your TV wall, third unit from the left. It has a connection issue. You might want to check it out when you have time.
No. You think fucking ECM signatures? EM signatures? How the fuck she see that?
Oh, let me see. You're right. How did you know? No wonder there's been some lag lately.
I rely on my hearing. I lost most of my vision
You
in an
heard
accident.
it had a connection error?
I can just about make out the outlines of my surroundings. To move around like an average citizen, I've trained my other senses to be extremely sharp. I heard a faint buzzing sound. By moving around the room and noticing the change in sound, I was able to pinpoint the location of the faulty TV.
Faulty. Yeah, but how did you know which unit it was?
Sorry. I hope my question didn't seem rude.
No
Sure.
need to apologize.
Supersonic hearing.
Vision isn't the only way to perceive the world. As proxies, you two should know that better than most. Anything that can be seen with your eyes can never be considered a secret.
I guess. A subtle silence fills the room. As soon as you reach, you each have secrets you don't want to share with each other. And there's an unspoken rule about understanding between the silence and the breaking of becoming awkward, and it knocks onto the door.
It's me again. You two found the target already? Wow, Faithin, you guys are incredible. If you're always this fast, you could take on anything.
We do, and we can. Why do you look uneasy?
I'm glad you're impressed. But why do I get the feeling you aren't very happy? You look a little uneasy.
Where to start? It's great that you were able to find the woman in the photo, but there's a new problem. I can't get in touch with the client anymore. There's been no reply from his Knock Knock account since yesterday. I brushed it off at first, but there's still no reply today. Just
Great.
when I thought he might have skipped town, his account suddenly sent me a location, the edge of a hollow. Who sends something like that in normal circumstances?
These clearly aren't normal circumstances, dog.
Sending a location from the edge of a hollow? That's anything but normal. And the client hasn't responded at all?
Either way, I'll keep trying to reach the client. I hope he's all right. Let's stay in touch for now. We won't be wrapping up this commission for a while.
Sorry, but I overheard your conversation. Could you share that location with me? If I investigate the hollow, I might pick up some clues.
You're Miss Charon? No offense, but the Hollow isn't somewhere just anyone can waltz into. Without a carrot or combat personnel, it's a death trap. You should wait.
You can't
I'm a
recognize
soldier.
military
I
uniform.
served with the Eridu Defense Force under the Chrysoberyl Division. Even after retiring, I've made countless trips into the hollow. You can trust in my combat skills. The heart rates of you and the two proxies here seem to have just spiked. Don't worry. My military days are far behind me. I have no current ties with them.
Is that not a uniform?
As for
she's
getting
wearing?
into the hollow,
Technically, she
proxies,
should be wearing
can
something
I
different.
request
but-
your assistance? I don't know anyone else who could guide me. I'll pay the commission fee as best I can. If you don't want to be involved, that's fine. I'll think of something.
Well, can't let the blind lady go about this alone.
We'd like to find the client ASAP too. I mean,
It's
who's
our
gonna
money.
cover our commission fee otherwise?
Yeah.
Besides, if we said no, you'd just head into the hollow alone, wouldn't you?
How did you know?
So that was your plan?
You seem like the type of idiot who
You
would
just
do that.
remind me of how wise and I used to be. So desperate to find someone that we didn't even care if we were ready or not. Well, since Miss Charon wants to continue to investigate, I'm willing to act as the proxy for no additional fee. You can relax, Shepard.
I see. That works for me. With the client still unreachable, my hands are tied. Please, look into the hollow, and be careful.
I'm really sorry for troubling you both. Finding this client is very important to me, so I may have acted a bit out of line just now.
It's fine. You're acting out of line is what got us to help you. We're gonna stand by to do nothing.
No worries. Seeing how determined you are to find the client, we couldn't just sit by and do nothing. Let's work together to find them.
Blind pursuit. That's gotta be racist. Hey, look at that. The store is fully set up. And spend a lot of time with the shit back then. Proxies. May I call you that? Sure. Thank you. Proxies for accepting my request. This is probably your first time taking on a commission in the Hollow that might involve combat. I'll do my best to protect you. We don't enter the Hollow project. You mean you can attach your consciousness to the bamboo? Something like that. That's one way of figuring it out. Such impressive technology. I've never heard of anyone being able to do something like this before. Even if you're a bamboo, I will protect you. Just respond to my request, and this is my duty. How about you, nigga? Well, if I share it, it'll just bring up memories of our own past. I feel the same way. Not really. We already know our fucking past. This is fate. Bro, stop bringing up fate. Play over some fucking fate every time. 9, huh? So there's 3 missions. Ooh, tricky.
I am the Eye of Obel.
Get it? She's the Eye of Obel. She's blind. I don't have Shoot Stoffel Ambi, so let's see what we got rocking with. If this character is good, I wonder if we did this and this.
Eradicate. My blade is ready.
I bet you the team will be great. Like that Mama Weeka Seat Lolly. Yes. Zero in Mama Weeka Seat Lolly. It's like any character you want, you beat the game. Damn,
Miss
bro.
Charon, I need some time to calculate the hollow
Why is
route.
she moving like that?
Leave this to me, Proxy. Actually, I've been to this hollow before for reasons. I still remember the way forward clear as day. The path ahead. It should be right around here. I wasn't here too long ago.
Provision activate. Secure the perimeter.
One moment, Proxy. I might have misremembered. I just need to think.
No, disremember.
I'm sure you're well aware that hollows undergo periodic spatial distortions and reconstruction. Awaken!
Yeah, hollows switch. I was gonna say that.
Hit the core.
Hollows switch up. So if you don't see something you saw there,
Sorry for being so presumptuous, Proxy.
where she said there is going.
By the way, Miss Carolyn, how are you so fluid when you move and fight?
Training. She's a soldier. Oh, you're talking about the fact that she
Is it
can't
because
see.
of your sharper hearing and heightened senses? Keep your eyes open.
That's one part of it. In fact, my eyes gained some unique abilities as they changed.
Wait, something's up ahead.
Look at that. Dead people. The closer you get to the upstairs. A man and a woman lie collapsed on the ground with an unmistakable smell of blood emanating from them, followed by a source of scent. You see bullet holes in their bodies. You know, so they got shot to death. No signs of breathing. Their heartbeats and pulses are completely gone. These two are dead. The cause of death appears to be severe blood loss from a long-range gunshot wound. Time of death, probably within the last 1 or 2 hours, just before we entered the hollow, which means the gunner might still be here. This is just a case of losing contact with our client. Someone's been killing people on this hollow. Though I don't sense the killer nearby right now, there's still a chance that they're active somewhere in the hollow. You don't sense the killer nearby? No, we have fucking guitar going off, bro. Back. Don't stay from my side. I'll keep you safe. Those two, they're dead. I really want to take their bodies off the hollow, but without knowing the killer's whereabouts, that would be too risky. Proxy, mark this coordinate. Once we confirm that the area is safe, we'll come back and retrieve their body. I'm sorry, the ground must be cold. May you rest in peace.
What could have happened?
Dead people.
Who did this?
I was surprised by people dying. People die all the time in this
Given
world.
the depth of the wound and the caliber of the bullet, the killer was a sniper, just like me.
The surrounding ether levels have significantly increased. What's going on? I'll pierce right through. Hold on. Let me find what's causing the ether level increase. There are multiple devices leaking ether non-stop. Swear on my blade.
Just if I can.
Yeah. I'll pierce right through.
Copy. Those are high-pressure ether storage tanks, filled with highly concentrated ether.
Someone is throwing a bunch of bullshit here, it sounds like. I can just ether people being killed.
As soon as the valve is opened, the ether...
Okay. Shooting instructions. Press blank for a left click for a single shot. When the blue flashes appear on the muzzle, you can perform another shot. Otherwise, rapid fire each trigger. Each shot consumes 1 bullet. Hold the left trigger for right, blah blah blah. Press to target distant ether containers. What am I targeting exactly? Oh, okay. We're just shooting all of them.
All high-pressure ether tanks have been disabled. We can keep moving.
Proxy,
More dead people? Jesus.
there are 4 people over here. They're all still
Oh, never
alive.
mind, okay.
I'm not detecting any ether fluctuations from any other life forms nearby.
If they're alive, oh, see how bad they
that's a
are.
relief. Charon, can you confirm their condition?
Confirmed. 1 is seriously injured. A bullet pierced their lung. The other 3? No internal injuries, just a few minor wounds. They're all unconscious.
One shot.
The one with severe wounds. His etheric fluctuations are nearly completely gone. He's beyond saving.
What bullet is that?
Who are you? Help me. It hurts. So cold. I don't want to die.
Like how they kept like that when you talk to the Bang Boon, it has like the radio voice, but they took the fuzz off. Like the fuzziness.
Something we can do. I'll contact the hospital and we can get him out of the hollow.
His internal organs are ruptured. He'll bleed out long before we can get him out. No rescue team can beat the clock when life fades this fast.
Alright, well just get his corpse up.
Dying. I just want to go home.
Sorry, buddy, you ain't making it home today. Sharon doesn't respond. She sits beside the dying man, pulls out her harmonica, and begins playing a soft, familiar melody. The tune echoes throughout the hollow, heavy with the scent of blood. There's a song recorded on the client sheet music. The harmonica's gentle notes fill the air. The dying man shouts a instead of listening, with his eyes closed forever. Okay, but what about all the other people that are dying right next to him? Either corruption still. Oh, okay. Damn, bro. How you gonna hurt yourself from your own harmonica?
Charon, what's wrong? It looks like you're in pain.
I'm fine, don't worry about me. As I mentioned before, these eyes of mine have their uses, but they bring just as much inconvenience. The rejection reaction you saw just now is one of them. Staring into death. It's not something I handle well.
Yeah, I don't think that's your eyes that's causing that.
My head. Where am I? Who are you people? I remember now. There was a madman, a lunatic who tied me up and dragged me into the hollow. You're not.
Nope, no, we look like
I'm not the lunatic you're talking about. Can you stand? There are 2 more unconscious survivors here. If you can, help us carry one of them. Let's get out of here together.
Leave? We can leave this place? What about that lunatic who shot at me from the shadows?
Corpus are fucked off already.
The culprit should be gone by now. Charon, let's get the survivors out. Follow me.
Look at that. Successful proxy rescue. We got like 3 people out of the hollow and another 3 dead. Alright. Dragging people in the hollow and using it for target practice. Now that's badass. Exhausted and unable to carry any more bodies, you record the coordinates on a few of the corpses. Once this is all over, make sure to report them to anonymous to public security. With Charon, you keep your guard up alongside the deceased survivors, eventually arriving at the abandoned metro in front of the Ballet Twins Road. Proxy. Let's take a short break. The area around the Ballet Twins has been abandoned due to the hollow disaster. No one's likely to be around. It's both secluded and safe. Perfect place for conversation. Those 3 survivors. Yes, I know. They just escaped from a killer, so we need to check their injuries and mental well-being. Also, make it figure out, let's say, a connection to why they were targeted. Let's make sure they don't get dragged back to the hollow and killed for good this time. Could one of them be like Lion? Yeah, what was like. Unfortunately, I don't think so. After they woke up and saw me, we didn't have any particular reaction. They were ones assigned a commission to find me. They would have recognized me to some extent. Foxy, I'll keep watch around here. I'm on the lookout for perpetrators trying to track us or attempting to ambush us. Would you please have a brief conversation with the 3 survivors? I think they might have information about the perpetrator. And to be honest, I think they might... it's probably just my imagination. Alright, well, I'll gather information first. Thank you, Foxy. Alright, let's see. Who the hell are you? Gentleman. Get it? Gentleman? Uh-oh. Oh, thank goodness. I can't believe it. I'm still alive and at the hollow. What's your name? Oh, me? I'm just so grateful you didn't save me. And that maniac was chasing me and slapping me. I really thought I was done for. I have some questions I want to ask you, Mr. Joseph. Questions, go ahead. It is, although I really don't want to remember what just happened. You did save my life. How were you kidnapped? I was tricked. I received a message telling me there's a big job I could do, asking me to meet in the alley in 6th Street. I just arrived. The agreed spot was waiting for someone to hit me behind and knock me out. When I woke up, I was already in the hollow. My hands and feet were tied. Got a few more questions. What did you experience besides getting bound up and shot at? I thought I was tied up in the hollow. Look, I always kept a folding knife. I tried to shake the knife out of my pocket and cut the ropes, hoping to escape, especially since the area is filled with enemies. Suddenly, someone shot at me from the shadows. I was so scared I quickly dropped to the ground and dodged the bullets, but they immediately fired several more shots. I had no choice but to run for my life. The maniac shooting at me, it felt like they never intended to kill me right away. Instead, they seemed to be having fun, watching me panic. Every shot scratched me, but none of them were fatal. I just kept dodging the Ethereals and snipers, running for my life. In the end, I managed to hide in the place with a few injuries. That maniac shot a tranquilizer into my thigh. I quickly passed out again. After that, I woke up the second time, you all around me. How are your injuries, buddy? Feel a bit dehydrated. Probably at least 10 or so abrasions, but surprisingly, no major wounds. Seriously, what's up with that maniac? What did I ever do to them? That made me go through so much trouble. Set up a trap, kidnap me, and throw me into a hollow and slowly execute me. Awesome. I'll take some time to calm down. Is all you want to ask? Well, anyway, thank you. Well, if you never come later, you must have been killed by that maniac. Introverted woman, stern woman. Take a deep breath. If you're much too intense, your wounds might reopen. I sniff when I go up. The fear that someone's gonna shoot me, it just won't go away. You alright? I'm okay. Did you say this? I'm just about holding up. More or less recovered from the shock. I remember you. You were looking really... Well, I Port Helps, which... Have you seen this before? Is that a unique character model? That hairstyle and the look. It's pretty unique. I don't think I've seen a shirt like that, too. How embarrassing. I never thought we'd meet again like this. What are your names? My name is Zoe. Aaron. Just call me Aaron. Feeling nauseous again? Oh, I managed to hold it in. Did you want to ask us something? I have some questions for y'all. No problem. We'll answer whatever we can. How did she know we were at Port Elves? We're just gonna gloss over that? Apparently she sells at Port Elves and then she was in the Hollow very quickly after. How did you get kidnapped? For me, I was sightseeing at Port Elves earlier after that day. I was on my way back home driving a deserted road. I seen I hit something. Got on my car to check. Just a few seconds later, I got the car. Someone hit me from behind and knocked me out. Just look at that bumped on the way back in my head. Let me take a look. There is a bump on the back of your head. As for me, I was sitting at home with my friends when someone pried open the lock and tampered with our food or water or something. I don't know what they did exactly. I'm sure after we both passed out. We were the only 3 rescued from the Hollow. Did you see another woman? Just the 3 of you. The other one was gunned down. What happened? Do I need to talk about it? If it's possible, I'd rather not relive it. I'll go first. After I woke up, I found myself tied up, lying alone in a corner of the hollow, with the Ethereals wandering nearby. If I didn't make an escape then, I'd be doomed. So I found something sharp and cut through the roof. After freeing myself, I was about to run when a bullet grazed the top of my head from above. That's the one I realized someone had been watching me all along. Same thing happened with me. When I woke up, all my lips were tired. It was already closing. Unfortunately, the ropes weren't tied too tight. I used a broken iron railing from nearby and Messi managed to cut through it. I barely ran a few steps, a bullet hit my left arm, feeling grit my teeth and most of my life. If she keeps talking, she'll throw up like a maniac shooting from the shadows. I seem to take pleasure in watching our frantic attempts to escape. They could have just killed us right there, but they deliberately aimed their shots slightly off target, giving us just enough strength to keep struggling. Very articulate and formulaic understanding of what happened. Under the threat of the Ethereals chasing me in the sniper's fire, I don't know how long I ran. Eventually, I managed to reach the area where the Ethereals were less active. Not a maniac shot with a tranquilizer, and I passed out again. Same here. Now think about it. I must have passed out in the same area. Alright. You guys, how are your injuries? Aside from the blunt force injuries in the back of my head, there's also some minor abrasions, like dislocation in my shoulder. Stop that. I'm a bit dehydrated. I have a headache now. I know worse. My arm was hit solidly, taking off a small piece of flesh in the same area of my calf. Why am I going through this? I'm really fed up. I'll take some time to calm down. Alright. Anyway, thank you for your companion. If it weren't for your arrival, I don't think the perpetrator would have left us so easily. We've been targeted. I can't take this anymore. Blech. After a brief check-in on the three survivors, you show what you learned with Kara. She calls the three of them.
Thank you all for assisting me, even though I'm a stranger. You've given me valuable information.
It's the least we can do after you saved our lives. If there's anything else you want to ask,
I
go
bet you
right
this
ahead.
is the least you could do
I
it
do
to
have
save
some
our
questions
lives.
left to
I
ask.
could have done that voice.
Before that, could the three of you introduce yourselves? I'd like to see if there's a pattern to how the killer chose their targets.
I'll go first. My name's Zoe. I used to be a soldier in the Defense Force, but now I'm just working a regular desk job at a private company. Don't let that fool you, though. I've earned my stripes.
I'm Jesse, currently working as an internet information broker. I'm still pretty new at it though, so I can't think of any reason someone would target me.
Oh, you sound like the client.
My turn? I'm Erin. I was also in the Defense Force, but now I'm unemployed. Actually, I have a question for you all.
Well, ex-military, huh?
Did you see my friend when you were in the Hollow? She's about my height, with shoulder-length blonde hair and a mole under her eye. We were kidnapped together, but I can't find her anywhere now.
Yeah. Dead girl we saw. It was blue and white hair.
If I recall correctly, we didn't come across anyone like that in the Hollow, among both the survivors or the bodies.
It's all right. I'll keep looking. I hope she's okay. We were always inseparable. We even planned to visit Scott Outpost together for Remembrance Day.
No, sorry, voice actor.
I never thought something like this would happen.
Oh, I guess this is Evelyn, voice actor. You can tell it's her. That's Remembrance Day.
Remembrance Day? What's it about?
As the name suggests, it's a day organized by the Defense Force for the families of deceased soldiers and veterans. People gather to mourn their loved ones who died in the fall of the old capital and find comfort in each other's company.
Memorial Day.
I didn't know the
Veterans
Defense
Day.
Force did that. Huh. Maybe I should go check it out.
If I can't find her anywhere else, I'll head to Remembrance Day alone. Maybe she'll show up there. Was your missing friend also a member of the Defense Force? Yes, she and I were in the same squad. Obsidian Division's Cartis squad.
Only Jesse was the one not in the Defense Force.
This sounds like a series of murders targeting the Defense Force. But Jesse wasn't with the Defense Force.
No, you're probably not far off. Jesse claims to have been up front, but he neglected to mention he was once part of the Defense Force. Right, Jesse?
Well, that's... I just don't like bringing up my past in the Defense Force. It's not like I'm trying to hide it. They're just memories from my time there that I'd rather forget. I was part of Obsidian Division's Noct Squad. That's the absolute truth.
That's 2 Obsidian
I was
Division
also
units.
in the Obsidian
Oh,
Division,
3 Obsidian
in Pure
Divisions.
Squad. I don't know who those who died in the Hollow were, but it seems the killer really is targeting members of the Defense Force.
Wait a second. If I remember correctly, during the fall of the old capital, didn't our 3 squads work together on a mission outside Hollow Zero?
We did? I don't really remember.
I have a vague memory of it, but there were so many people on the mission, I don't remember your faces.
Thank you all for the information. I'm starting to see a pattern in the killer's choice of targets.
Also, no one recognized her
But
uniform.
there's something else I need to ask.
Yes, oh boy.
I came to this hollow because someone I'm searching for sent me its location. And that person was likely being held by the killer as well. Did you happen to see anyone
Well,
else?
the person was the killer. They started exchanging confused glances or shaking their head.
You're not giving us much to go on. At least tell us what kind of person you're looking for, male or female, what they look like. Can't offer much help without that.
Honestly.
Sorry, I don't have much else to share. Even so, if any of you remember anything else that may be useful, please let me know. This is very important to me. You don't even know who they are, yet you're so determined to find them. Is it really going to be an issue if you can't find this person? Maybe. I've been searching for someone for a long time. They might be the key to achieving my goal.
I see. Whatever happens, I hope you find them. If there's anything I can do to help, just let me know.
Thank you. But please, prioritize your own safety. If the killer is targeting former Defense Force members, there's a good chance they'll come after you again. Stay vigilant.
Of course. Once I've checked out Remembrance Day, I'm locking myself in my room and throwing away the key.
Shit. They're bold enough to snipe out Defense Force members around Remembrance Day. Says they won't attack Remembrance Day itself. Good old terror attack around Veterans Day. We have to question the survivors. The clues we have so far are still insufficient. All we instantly know they're targeting a certain division of the Defense Force. Our goal is to find the missing client. Right now, we only know that the likely kidnapped was the perpetrator. We have no idea who the perpetrator is or where they went. You got any ideas, Miss Tricker? I think the other proxy is right. The information he's right is limited. With our current information, it's hard to deduce where we should go to find the next client. Our clues have run dry. But we still got something out of it. At least we now know some characteristics of the perpetrator. A sadistic sniper with a grudge against the Defense Force. The meticulous in planning, avoid open confrontations, and are obsessed with committing crimes in the Hollow. You know all that? I mean, I'm not sure any of that's true. We know that they like to attack people in the Hollow, and that they're a sniper. That's about it. I don't know where you get these obsessions or sadistic nature. I guess sadistic nature comes from not killing people. With these characteristics and the Hollow coordinates, we should be able to deduce a general area where the perpetrator operates, as well as potential base where they might have placed the kidnapped victim. You can do all of that from just a Hollow and targeted location? Yes, and while they're narrowing down the search, the perpetrators might continue committing more crimes. Sheriff is somewhat agitated, lack of clues punching all this sign. As you're about to accept the reality and start organizing the current clues and narrow down the search, the door of a video store smashes open. Someone's here. Belle, I think it's Shepard. He's at the counter. The intelligence broker might have something important to tell us, Proxy. Let's go talk to him first. You bring Shepard to the room, we can talk. What you got for us, Mr. Shepard?
Ethan, you've already been to the Hollow and made it back safely?
Of course we've been to the Hollow and made it back safety, bro.
Did you run all the way here? Do you need a moment? We've already been to the Hollow, but unfortunately, we haven't found the client yet.
I'm fine. Did you find any clues there?
There are traces left behind. Signs of a kidnapping. It's very likely the client was involved.
Why'd you rush over?
Yeah, it seems the client was kidnapped, brought to the Hollow, and later moved again. We're still looking for clues. But why did you rush over to the store? Did you find anything?
Well, just take a look for yourself.
Ooh, what did you find? Shepard showed you his phone. About 10 minutes ago, the visiting client sent him another location on Knockknock. There were no other messages.
I checked a map of New Eridu. This spot, it's another Hollow entrance.
Alright, someone's targeting us.
We've been chasing dead ends with absolutely no clues, and now one just appears out of nowhere? Something smells fishy here.
You're sure it's just a disappearance for now and nothing more serious has happened, right? If that's the case, the situation is still manageable. No matter how shaky the clue is, let's keep investigating. Just be careful. Any casualties and this will become something beyond our control. At that point, stop the commission and contact me. I'll bring in some professional Hollow experts to deal with the situation.
Shepard, hurry that again. You turned to Sharon, who seemed unsettled. As she held back the full truth from Shepard to avoid the search. Now, having the search handed
Thank you for not revealing what really happened to that information broker.
Yeah, they got fucking blasted.
Don't mention it. But I have to ask, why are you doing this? Calling for help might have been the safest way to handle the situation.
The killer is a sniper who has no qualms about taking lives. Judging by the victim's injuries, it's clear they know how to deal a fatal blow and how to inflict pain without causing death. Most Hollow Raiders lack experience dealing with snipers. If they encounter the killer, it's likely to end in a difficult fight, or worse, casualties. And besides, asking for help from others would only delay the search. The client is at risk right now, so I think we should follow the clues and enter the Hollow as soon as possible to ensure their safety.
What? Bro, we're going balls deep into
I
the crap
hope to keep this from
immediately?
Shepard, but I have to admit, it's just too dangerous. What if this lead is a trap?
I think
Who
it's a
even
trap.
knows who's really behind the client's messages anymore?
I understand, I really do. But what if we're late and something happens to the client?
Why is the client so important to you,
You know who
Caroline?
the client is, yeah.
Would you be willing to tell us? Are you so set on finding them because they're connected to the person you've been looking for?
The client's true identity might be the very person I've been looking for. And if not, they most certainly have some vital information. Since leaving the military, I've spent years searching for my missing teammates. They were more than just comrades who trusted me with their lives. To me, someone raised as an orphan, they were family. I've scoured countless hollows and every corner of New Eridu to find them, but I've never found a single lead. Until I met you and heard that melody on the harmonica. It's called Homecoming. My squad leader composed it. Only our squad knew it. And yet that client of yours not only knows the song, but also gave you the sheet music. Please, Proxy. This client is the only lead I have left. I'm certain my teammates are still alive. If this trail goes cold, I don't know when I'll get another chance to reunite with them.
All right, well, it's that important to you. Your quest is kind of like ours. If they're still alive, could there really be no trace of them after these years? Why is Gates towards you to grant such a question? Well, thinking about how you're able to... Yeah. We'll help you.
I get how anxious you must feel. Let's face this together. But this time, we really need to be extra careful.
Thank you, Proxy. I feel much better knowing I have your support. You can trust me. I'll protect you if the killer is really waiting for us in the Hollow. We'll make it out in one piece.
Invitation to kill. Interesting that her story isn't done like in the same way the chapters, where you have to like click. It's done like this, where it was one chapter with multiple missions instead. Interesting. Wonder why they did it like this. Proxy, if your senses are shared with control bank move, does it mean the pain is shared as well? Pain is shared. Then I won't let that perpetrator lay a single scratch on the bang move. If a fight breaks out, stay behind. We weren't planning on rushing in the first place. Bell, although we promised Sharon to investigate the Hollow, I feel that the clues appearing at this moment are indeed somewhat suspicious. Now I'll be careful. I hope nothing bad happens. We finna fucking die. But our story parallels ours, searching or something.
I am
So-
the eye of.
You have my blade is at the ready. This is the path I follow.
So it makes sense. Why are we gonna help her? It's just like us. Searching, hunting the hollows for a mystery. No needs to be found, but you know there's a truth out there to be gotten.
Looks like there's something here. Is this a communicator?
Oh boy,
Proxy,
this is
look at
absolutely
this.
a trap.
A communicator left right at the hollow's entrance.
Who would leave the person leading us to a trap, the betas,
Why is there a communicator
that taunt us?
It doesn't look like it was randomly left behind.
There's hardly any dust on its surface, which means it was only placed here recently. It looks like someone wants us to use it.
Oh, such decisiveness. Following random location info without even thinking twice. I'm glad, Sniper of Liar Squad.
Liar Squad. She was harmonica and she's in a squad called Liar Squad.
Liar Squad? What's that? Wait, who are you?
What are the
Sniper.
musical instruments are there?
Or should I say Kara now? Haven't you shared your past with our dear Proxy? If introductions aren't your strong suit, I'd be happy to show you how. You can call me Grim Vulture, the one behind this string of murders.
No, you gotta
You
stop.
see, I've been working my way down a list, crossing off names. And now, Charon of Liar Squad, your name is next.
Looks like you've done your homework on me. Just because my presence interfered with your plan, you've decided to take me out for good?
I thought you were just going to be another obstacle in my way.
No,
And
she's a
now,
whole
with
ass
you
brick
in my
wall.
sights, this must be some kind of destiny.
I'm not sure what you're referring to, but I'm looking for someone. Given that you're waiting at the hollow entrance they shared, I'm guessing you have them. If you hand them over, perhaps we can make a deal.
There, Bo. Looks like he immediately hands off and starts fucking flying. So sorry, someone dodges to the side, raises her gun and fires her body to shield Aya. In an accident, spit a bullet flies past her, hits the ground. Her shot flew in the distance. Only one thing for sure.
So your version of making a deal is stalling for time to locate me and lining up your shot? Can't say I'm surprised. After all, that's exactly what I plan to do too.
Nope.
You seem to have rather unique eyes, but you'll never get the chance to hit me. After all, no one's better at counter-sniping than me.
Seems talking won't resolve this, but I'm not averse to using force.
Designated sniper
Now
hunter, huh?
that's the spirit. If you're looking for someone, why not search the hollow for clues? Providing you can survive both my attacks and those of the ethereals, of course.
Crazy bitches.
And I've prepared a little gift for all your
Oh,
troubles.
feel like cat and mouse.
I hope you
We
still
got cat
have
and
that
cat
determined
names.
look on your face after seeing it.
All those years of hunting 100 players with Sniper Elite 4, Sniper Elite 5, I think, brought me to this.
Watch out for Grim Vulture taking shots from afar.
Stay for wind.
Secure the perimeter.
Oh, is there nothing we can do?
Oh, yeah, that's cool. You can see her up there with the sniper. That's actually really cool. It's not just like an entity firing off. Like she's actually up there as a physical thing you can see. I like that.
I found a box. Something feels...
Nothing feels off about this box. This is a damn box. Or rather, creepy box with an unsettling stench. Oh boy. You glance at Sharon, who has finally fallen silent. She's moving the feeling. Inside the box, it's gonna be a corpse. Sharon opens the box and a blood-stained, tattered military cap. Carelessly crumpled and stuffed in the corner of the box. With the owner's identity remains unknown, the message conveys the only thing. Yeah. Don't touch that. Sharon reaches out and picks up the military cap in the box. Her fingers tracing the shifting of the strum. I'm okay, Practice. If my sense of touch isn't deceiving me, it appears to be the opposite of my former teammate, or a replica of it. So that's why I can Vulture mention. I see now. Let's keep moving. Sharon goes silent. As she chambers another round. You can sense her hands trembling slightly. Damn, bro.
You still remember what's inside the box, right? The loyalty. Huh. The one you told me more.
Exactly.
Curious as to how he died. I'll tell you. He took his own life. Now it wasn't much different from being offed by ethereals.
Another high-pressure ether tank. And a lot of ethereals have already been drawn to it.
That shit up.
We did it, Proxy. Let's keep moving.
Another box. You just go stuffing corpses in boxes. Their friend killed himself, huh? Average military death. Second box admitted an ominous override that unsettling stances are warned with the contents. Like the previous box will give you absolutely wretched experience. Sharon's breathing goes heavy. She stands still for several seconds, sitting there to control her emotional turmoil. Let's see what's inside this one. Bloodstained tattered military glove, just in the center of the box. It's clear that whatever placed in there, whether it's tossed in there, is never deliberately arranged with malicious intent. Sharon picks up the glove, once again feeling the contours, icy touch, her lips turn pale. Just as I thought, these are from one of my squad mates too. Man, her whole squad's been assing. Let's keep moving, Proxy. Follow the smart, and we lead the Grim Vulture's hideout. Fine. Sharon frees up her weapon again. There's an unsingle tremor, an unease in her voice.
Acheron's favorite gloves. It wasn't easy getting my hands on them.
Think for wind.
You're the captain.
As expected of such a famous, beautiful commander, even her gloves are stylish.
Show no mercy.
Damn, well, you know you're right there. Show no mercy.
Don't you think that's a shame, little sniper?
I'll take ether vision activate.
Such beautiful land. It could no longer hold it. Ethereal's gnawed off her arm as part of her leg as well.
Jesus. You're not on her arm?
But she still had some backbone. She stood tall, even in death. It's just as I said. She died from multiple fatal wounds. Even the most beautiful flower will wither without protection.
Rip the butt by his dude.
Waiting.
That's one way to die, yeah.
You think I'm telling the truth or a lie this time?
How long do you intend to keep up this game of cat and mouse?
I love that trigger, like the off-screen like damage. And then the third box, you grab Sharon's hand, trying to stop her from complete with that little bang boo grabbing her in. She lifts the box almost mechanically. The box is a ballistic on her phone. It's really damaged. She's engineering it, and also standing up. Sharon picks them up, and trembling fingers in the shame. She doesn't speak either about the plans for pursuing Good Vulture, and what about the companion who dies along. With the communicators in her hands, rings again, Good Vulture's voice.
Congratulations! You found the third box. Inside is... Who was it again? Oh, right. A piece of bloody fabric from Cocytus's clothes and some damaged engineering gear stained with Leafy's blood. There weren't enough boxes, so I had to cram them together. They're just a medic and an engineer. Not exactly combat material, right?
Medic and
Surely you're not mad, are you?
Sharon's face is deathly pale. She silently picks up the bloody items from the... Okay, well, I get to read that. Jesus, bro. Entire squad executed and ripped apart. Left to the boxes so you could find them. So much for elite military soldiers.
Enough already! Using her squad mates? Her family to mentally torture her? That's vile. How much longer are you planning on doing this?
Oh dear. Did I go too far? My sincerest apologies. It's just watching you plunge headfirst into my trap was so entertaining. I may have gotten a bit carried away, you know? Relax. The person you're looking for isn't here, and those are just fakes. I didn't actually take them from her comrades. Her comrades are long since corpses in the hollow, after all. How could I possibly have gotten hold of their clothes?
How did you even know who they were, and how did you even make replicas? Surge of rage threatens and drown. All thought, just as you were about to retort, a crisp gunshot rings out. Sharon shots clean aside, carrying an unmistakable intent to kill. But from this response to the other end of the communicator, it seems she missed her target.
Ooh, a decisive strike to be sure.
Damn, bro.
But as I've already said, your awareness, sight, and experience mean nothing in front of a more skilled sniper.
I didn't expect to kill you so easily. There was a subtle change in your ether fluctuations the moment I fired. That was all I needed. You knowing my past makes me feel sick. But after seeing that you're just a coward who feels fear from another's killing intent, it doesn't bother me as much anymore.
Coward, you say? How fascinating. You were little more than a hollow shell before, but now that you've bared your teeth, you've started looking somewhat respectable. I know your composure is nothing more than a facade. You've never truly faced the weight of your comrades' deaths, have you? I bet your mind is now filled with their dying screams.
No, I don't think they're alive. I think they're absolutely dead, but...
Charon and I both believe her squad is still alive. You can drop the act. Why are you so fixated on Charon? Just because she used to be in the defense force? She has nothing to do with your target.
All the defense force is my target.
Nothing to do with it. Then why don't you go ask her about it? What surprises me more is you actually believe her teammates are still alive. Don't tell me she dragged you into all this danger without telling you anything.
Man, we kind of just followed her.
Shut up.
If she won't tell you, I will. Those so-called alive squad mates of hers went missing during the fall of the old capital. I'm sure you know exactly what that means. When the old capital fell, countless Defense Force soldiers were either killed by ethereals or became them. The surviving soldiers, struggling to defend themselves, never had the opportunity to carry their comrades' bodies out of Hollow Zero. Obviously, her squad mates, the members of Liar Squad, were among the dead. But since their bodies were never found, she insists they're still alive, even going as far as to deceive her own proxy. It's laughable.
I didn't lie to the proxy. They're alive. I have proof. Someone like you could never understand.
I could never understand? You think it's hard to understand your childish thought process? If you really have solid proof, why not tell me? Come on, let's hear it!
My eyes. I lost nearly 90% of my vision during the fall of the old capital.
Hey, you still got 10%.
But in return, I gained the ability to see what others can't. Every second of every day for years, I've seen my squad mates. Not as fleeting shadows, but vivid and lifelike. They've never disappeared. They're alive, waiting for me to find them. Why else would I have been given these eyes?
That's your proof? Did you hear that? Proxy hiding in the bamboo. She spent years chasing after people who couldn't possibly exist, all because of some ghostly visions.
She's got her special
You'd rather
eyes.
believe those visions of your teammates are real-time projections than accept that they're dead. What if I told you the way I described their deaths before was the absolute truth? Will you finally face reality? Or will you keep fooling yourself, believing in ghosts? I guess you'll keep deceiving yourself, because that's how you survive.
I'm not lying to myself. I really
want to find your squad mates who have been missing for years and were officially declared dead? You couldn't protect them when the old capital fell, and now you're just making up stories to fool yourself. To give yourself some so-called reason to go on, to latch on to any stupid excuse. You're just a selfish, naive coward who did nothing and couldn't do anything when your comrades were dying.
Sharon stands there speechless. I'm speechless too. Grim Vulture's relentless verbal assault clearly struck home. Okay, well, damn, you've been reading this shit.
At least you've got a shred of dignity left. Nothing disgusts me more than a useless hypocrite. Enough of this. Time to die, coward.
Yeah, I'm sure the person who hunts down innocent people and executes them in a hollow is the one to be called someone a coward.
Charon is not a coward. Someone who'd enter perilous hollows just to find what they seek. Someone who'd play music to console a dying soul, despite the pain in their eyes, is anything but a coward. At the very least, she's far braver than a criminal like you, who hides in the shadows, enjoys torturing others, and is constantly in fear of being caught.
Proxy,
Your proxy sure has a way with words. I won't waste any more of my breath. Just die already.
For real. Let's ball.
I've completed analysis of the surrounding fissures. Charon, snap out of it. We can use that fissure to escape.
Fissures? When did you... Still trying to play tricks.
Yeah, sorry, Proxy got a bit more intelligence than Sniper. No hope of a character. How's there no hope of a character? I know exactly her position. I guess she got the high ground. That was R's position. Turning away towards the fissure. You escape the vultures now. Just as the bull is about to strike, you must escape the fissure. Alright. Now it's time to kill. Now the hunt begins. You skip the hollow and return to the video store, bringing Sharon, who has lost all will to fight. She seems to be traumatized, as you imagine, repeatedly touching her eyes, silent and distant.
Charon, do you want some hot cocoa? I'm sure you're exhausted after such a tough fight. You should get some rest.
Thanks, but I'm fine.
War-cracked PTSD war veteran story. I mean, what else do we expect from fucking Trigger Start? We have to get it eventually.
Don't listen to Grim Vulture. They'd say anything to get under your skin. Once we start doubting the truth, we've fallen into their trap.
No, Proxy. I think Grim Vulture has a point. Maybe it's all just in my head. The things Grim Vulture left. When I touched them, I was reminded of the day the old capital fell. I felt the same sensation when I touched an injured comrade. I tried to shake off that feeling, but the truth is, I can't stop thinking about the possibility that all my squad mates are dead.
Yeah, what did happen back then? Because they probably
Would
are
you be
all
willing
dead.
to share more?
You survived.
What really
That's for
happened
sure.
to you and Liar Squad on the day the old capital fell?
That day, in the first hour Hollow Zero started expanding, Defense Force HQ thought it was just a normal Hollow disaster, and thought they could suppress it with the standard amount of troops. Liar Squad was among the first troops sent there. Before we left, our superiors promised reinforcements would be on the way to support us in combat, so we didn't need to worry too much about facing the Ethereals. But soon after we began the mission, we realized things weren't going to go like we thought. The Ethereals came at us like an endless tide. The Hollow expanded beyond control, and more importantly, the reinforcements never came. The Defense Force troops outside the Hollow soon realized this was no ordinary disaster. Hollow Zero was devouring Eridu at horrifying speed. The reinforcement plan was called off, and the promised troops retreated. Honestly, even if they had come to help, it wouldn't have changed anything. I watched as members of the advanced force around me died one after another, or were corrupted into ethereals. Our squad slowly lost the strength to maintain formation. I was a weak point in our formation. An ether shot fired by an ethereal hit my eyes, corrupting them. Because of that and several other wounds, I shortly lost consciousness. I'm not sure how long I was out, but just before losing my vision, I briefly regained consciousness. The last thing my eyes saw was my squad mate standing in front of me, looking back.
Was that Nineveh? Jesus, they ran
When I
into
woke up again, I
man-made
was already
hollow
back at
creatures.
base. The higher-ups
supposedly man-made
detonated the
hollow
Shiryu pillars, and finally managed to bring Hollow Zero under control. I don't know who rescued me from the Hollow, but none of my squad mates had made it out. For some reason, the image of my squad mates being the last thing I saw has stayed in my mind. It must be some kind of sign. A sign that they're still alive. Don't you think? They must have continued fighting after I fell unconscious, eventually getting lost in some hollow and losing contact with the main force, left to wander between the various hollows of New Eridu. That must have been what happened, right? The Defense Force, civilians, no one believes me. So I decided to find them myself. The reason behind these eyes, it's got to be to guide me to finding them still alive. Am I wrong, Proxy? Are these eyes pointless?
I don't know.
I knew that's what you thought.
A bad
Interpreting what my eyes see as proof my squad mates are still alive is just wishful thinking. But if they're really gone, why would I have been given these eyes, which bring nothing but pain? If they're truly no longer alive, how can I apologize to them in person? Tell them I'm sorry. Sorry for being so weak. Sorry that I failed to protect them. Their faces are all so blurry. I can't see their expressions. I can't even bear to look at them. If their final look at me was filled with resentment and disappointment, I wouldn't know how to handle it.
Oh, you're gonna wipe her tears away, aren't they underneath her mask? Anyways. Yeah, I don't think they were, it was disappointment. I think they were more like, shit, she's gonna die here with us, we gotta get her up.
Charon, listen to me.
I think they had the exact
Even
same
if everyone
mindset you
else
did.
thinks you're wrong, Wise and I will never dismiss your determination to find your squad mates. You don't need to make any justifications, because someone close to us is missing too, and we desperately hope she's still alive. Even if the whole world doesn't understand, we will never give up. But I also think being consumed by this obsession, unable to move forward, that's not what those who matter to us would want.
Belle is right. Listen, Charon, you're such a kind person. Maybe that's why you feel responsible for protecting everyone and blame yourself when you can't do enough. But you don't have to carry it all on your own.
I think it's more of a soldier. She believes in the soldier's duty, the soldier's creed, to protect them. Even to the end. Not that she's necessarily a kind person. I'll stick with you to the end.
Yeah. Right now, the best thing you can do is trust us. We can be sure that Vulture hasn't killed the client yet. As long as we have that lead, there's still hope. We'll support you. No one can dismiss your determination or will. No matter how things turn out, we'll stand by your side and we'll face it together.
Proxy, thank you. I feel better now. At the very least, I want to keep investigating. I'm not just going to stop here.
I don't think anything we would have said would have stopped you in the first place. With the tension easing, so discuss the plan going forward.
Sorry to disturb you at this hour. Did you go investigate that new hollow? How's it going?
It's an assassin hunting
Never
people.
mind. The client just shared a new location with me on Knock Knock.
They're pretty eager, huh? Which hollow is it this time?
No, it's not a hollow. If I'm reading this right, this location is Scott Outpost.
Scott Outpost? Isn't that managed by the Defense Force and White Star Institute? What's Grim Vulture up to?
It's Remembrance Day.
Terrorist attack.
Don't you recall what Aaron said before? They're holding an event right now, and the place will be open to the public.
I knew it, but I said it. I told you it was going to be a public terrorist attack.
They're
Remember?
not trying to lure us into a hollow this time. What's the deal? Are they trying to taunt us?
Whether it's a provocation or a trap, I'm not missing any chance to face Grim Vulture. Proxy, will you go with me?
Oh, the fucking guitar, bro. The official commencement of the Remembrance Day has been scheduled for tomorrow morning. Meaning the ordinary citizens cannot freely enter Scott Outpost today. I thought ordinary citizens couldn't enter Scott Outpost anyways. Under arrangement, Sharon spent the night in the storm. Belle, you'll be heading to Outpost with Sharon soon. Did you see Belle last night? No. Actually, me too. I thought a past can be... So she does relate to Sharon. But I didn't manage to fall asleep that night. Oh, Sharon's only waiting for you in the parking lot. I wonder how she's feeling now. He's taking care of her. Well, leave it to me. How are we gonna get it? If it's not open to ordinary citizens, obviously she's a veteran. He's gonna be like, for her caretaker because she's got no fucking eyes. Did you sleep well? Yes, I did. Sorry, Proxy, for losing my composure in front of you yesterday. I think I've got my mood back in order now. Stare. It seems I can't hide it from Proxy. I'm sorry. I still think I'm struggling in a process of sadness and unease. I'm not sure where I should go from here. Take your time. Yeah, you're right. Instead of continuing to suffer, better reach out and grasp all that we can find around us. Maybe we'll eventually find peace to change. Let's go, Proxy. Today we're attending Remembrance Day as ordinary citizens. We can't carry any weapons. I suppose Good Vulture wouldn't be foolish enough to make a move inside military structure. I think that's exactly what she's gonna do. Let's keep an eye out while we're there. I believe we should be able to find them some place. Arrive at Scott Outpost of Sharon. Many citizens have come to Remembrance Day. They must be relatives of those who gave their lives during the fall of the capital. For some reason, to come here, Sharon has been acting a bit strange. Foxy, can we explore this place later? What's wrong? No, it's nothing. Well, they're gonna have like child and like woman crying in the back. Alright, awesome. Since our son, what do your faces? Would it be nice to meet you? I don't think I could face them. If I'm mistaken, they should be family members of my teammates. I don't know how they face them. Look, you have to reach out to them. We can't not. I know, but I'll be there. And it's a deal. I will go and talk to them, Proxy. You don't have to say anything. Just stand by my side and give me the courage to speak. Truck himself into a stupor over his dead wife. Commander Roller. Attention all Defense Force soldiers. Listen up. Never forget why Scott Outpost was established. Never forget all the sacrifices made in the old capital fell. All Zero may be under control now. For now. But that didn't mean it won't spread further in the future. On this special Remembrance Day, we must remain vigilant against all other disasters. Is that understood? Understood. Don't worry, Masters went somewhere away with the other soldiers. I'll take good care of you, Masters. I'll take you walks every day. No, I'm gonna speech is already prepared. Alan. Are you really not gonna voice any of it? Ugh. Alan, Akron's brother. How did you know? Who are you? Oh, wait, you're Akron. You're Akron's sole surviving teammate, I remember. We met in the fall of the Ozia capital. After that, I didn't hear anything about you again. I never expected to meet you here. This plushie? Akron's favorite plushie. She always kept it in the most prominent spot in her room. I brought it along. I brought it along here, as if bringing my sister's shadow to just remember. I'm sorry, Mr. Knight. You need to apologize. I still remember that one time when my sister came home excitedly telling me that a new shy girl joined the squad. That girl didn't speak much, but she was beautiful. That was the happiest I'd ever seen. To her, you were the presence that inspired admiration and a desire not to fall behind. A beautiful soldier who gave her the drive to keep moving forward. You don't have to apologize. If my sister were here, she would surely say the same. Please don't mind me. Defense Force has made a lot of preparations for Remembrance Day event. Please, take your time. Wait a moment. That eye cover, that blonde hair. Could you be my husband and stick this to me? Stick. Are you Miss Sally? Stick's what? Yeah, so my daughter had come down to Remembrance Day. The last time I saw you, it was right after the fall of Capital. I never expected to see you again here today. Your daughter. Is your daughter Zeta? No? Who is she? Zeta, this is your dad's comrade from the Defense Force. Every time he went to the battlefield, she would be there to protect him. To protect him? Comrade? If that's so, why didn't you protect Dad during the fall of the capital? Why did you let him die and make him able to come back? Zeta. I'm sorry. I couldn't protect him. I'm sorry. Don't listen to what Zeta is saying. She doesn't understand. We never blamed you. Please don't say that. Zita, you can't say such hurtful things. Apologize right now. Why should I apologize? She survived, but Dad didn't. Isn't that the truth? For her abandoning him, Dad would have come back safe. Damn, bro. Now she's got to hear from the daughter of the dead soldier. You know what happened back then. Sally, I don't think she's wrong. Please don't think that way. I'm sure bringing her to apologize you later. I need to explain to her what really happened. I'm really sorry. Please don't let's keep you. Go express your words later. Please remember all your comrades, including your husband, would want you to see the hope they left behind. Damn, bro. Control the daughter. My son, can you see me now? I'm doing well. My legs and feet are fine. I miss you so much. Excuse me. Are you... What was his name? Coitus Kaikus? His mother? Oh, you are... Oh, I recognize you. You were once in the military camp. After the fall of the old city. You're Coitus' teammate. One of the survivors. I've been waiting to get in touch with you over the years. I've been waiting to get in touch with you over the years to see how you've been, but I've never heard from you. I didn't expect to meet you on Remembrance Day. I guess this is fate. Just Ethan, your health is still... Oh, I'm in good health, fortunately. Everything is fine, although I'm the only one left in the family. The pension from the government is enough, but I still have some years in me. I'm sorry, Cortez, child. You don't need to apologize. My son may have appeared carefree on the surface, but he always felt so much pressure. One day, he suddenly told me that he had found a companion who truly understood. I believe he was talking about you. How can I possibly leave you? Someone who helped my son. Such a blessing. A kind-hearted person. I'm alive and standing here today. I'm so glad. Child, don't worry about me. Since you're here for Remembrance Day, take your time to walk around. I hope you find something meaningful. You're surprised many relatives and deceased life members are here for Remembrance Day event. This is just a coincidence. Did you ponder the question? The relatives have gathered in front of Sharon.
Miss,
I can actually hear the voices. Okay. I was wondering if it should be a voice.
sorry for being mean to you before. Mom told me you were protecting Dad until the very last moment before you passed out. I shouldn't have said you left him to die.
I'm really sorry. Zita was really young when it happened, so she was too little to understand, and I haven't really talked about it. I hope she didn't upset you.
No, she was right. If only I'd been strong enough to take down most of the ethereals. Maybe they wouldn't have ended up in that situation.
I don't know, Hall Zero kind of obliterated everything.
That's not fair. The old capital was falling. No single person's strength could ever be the deciding factor in the face of a disaster like that.
Honestly.
In spite of it all, you survived. If they were still here, I'm sure they'd see that as something to celebrate.
I've always known the truth. I failed to protect them. A weakling like me survived, and the rest of them disappeared without a trace. This isn't solace. It's the worst possible outcome. That's something I can't face. I've never had the courage to tell you I couldn't protect your loved ones. All I can do is wander New Eridu, hoping to find some trace of them. Even after all this time, I still haven't accomplished anything. I'm sorry.
You really don't know us at all. This isn't the worst possible outcome by any means. Styx, my husband, and all his comrades who lost their lives, each one of them left behind their own legacy. Just look all around you. Everyone standing before you is a legacy they protected that is carried on to this day. After my husband passed away, Zita and I received survivor benefits. And with all the odd jobs I've been doing, we've managed to get to where we are today. Styx always wanted our daughter to study art, and Zita's interested in it too. Now, that dream has become a reality. She just got accepted into the art school in Janus Quarter.
Mom and I have our tough days, but I often think of Dad's cheerful laughter, and that memory gives me the strength to keep pushing through. One day, it'll all pay off, just like it has now.
Thank you for always being by my husband's side, even at the very end.
Well, I suppose you must have heard about my condition from my son?
Ethel, Kakaitis used to tell me about you. He often took leave or
kindness.
skipped work to earn
I
extra money
butchered
by
that.
part-timing, or to care for you when you were sick in bed.
Yes, that's true, but I bet he never told you my illness became so bad that I needed major surgery, and he worked his tail off to raise the money. Who would have thought he would pass before me? I used the benefits from his death for the surgery, and that's the only reason I'm here today. In a way, his passing allowed my life to continue. Every time I think about it, I feel like I need to keep my body healthy and live a few more years. The sights I see, I believe he can sense them from somewhere far away. When I was too weak to take care of him, it was you and your comrades who stayed by his side. Thank you for everything that you've done for him.
As for me, well, I'm currently working as a fashion designer.
A fashion designer? Is that because of Acheron?
No, that's something I
It
would
is.
No, I guess it is.
I'm sure you remember how much she loved beautiful things. She was always into fashion, so I decided to become part of that world. That way, she can always be with me. I admit I had no idea how fun fashion design could be until I actually gave it a shot. I wish I'd figured that out sooner. We would have had so much more to talk about. Anyway, I'm planning to start my own fashion brand next year. She used to say that after retiring from the army, she wanted to pursue fashion design. I really want to carry on her dream. It feels like my life's purpose. You know, she used to talk about you when she came home for the holidays. How your rivalry pushed her to keep improving. So, thank you. I'm proud of my sister, and I'm proud of you, too.
As you can see, all of us have made it to this day, carrying the will of those we loved. So please don't say they left nothing behind. They've always been a part of every pain and joy we've experienced over the years. Please remember, everything and everyone in New Eridu is only here today because you all risked your lives in battle.
It's true, that's the gist of the nostalgia.
Thank you, everyone. It's been wonderful
Even
to
if they
hear about
died,
how you're all
what
doing
you
and
fought,
to listen to
the
these
reason they were
words.
standing here at Scott Alpha.
I'm so glad I
because y'all
decided
all
to come
fought.
here on Remembrance Day.
Speaking of which, I wasn't expecting to see any of you. What brings you here today?
I could ask you the same thing, Ethel. Last time I asked, you said you weren't coming. I only came because I suddenly got a DM from Nathan. He said he really wanted me to be here.
I'm here because of Nathan's message, too. He was pretty insistent, so I thought he'd be here. But I've been looking around for a while now. I still haven't seen him.
So it's the same for all of us. I responded to his message, but he never wrote back. Isn't that strange?
Sorry, but who's this Nathan you're talking about?
Nathan is Lethe's younger brother. Frankly, out of all of us, he's probably the one who wants to see you the most. He used to be part of the defense force himself, and...
The day the old capital fell, his squad was responsible for supporting the forces that had already entered the Hollow, which included all of you. He's told us that story so many times. When they saw how bad things were in that Hollow, some of the reinforcements called off their plans and pulled back. He tried to stop them, but there was nothing he could do.
He always blamed himself and wanted to find you to apologize. But the truth is, the reinforcements retreating was inevitable. Shortly after their retreat, headquarters issued the official order. We all lost someone in that disaster.
I said, they had to retreat because they got
And
both the
for
pillars.
a while, we resented the reinforcements for their decision. But over time, we came to understand it and eventually let it go. There was no avoiding casualties in that battle.
It makes sense. They didn't know what they were dealing with.
It wasn't wrong for headquarters to prioritize saving their strength.
May I ask what the name of Nathan's squad was when he was in the defense force?
The Impera squad of the Obsidian Division. Is something wrong?
Nothing. It's just... I think I might have stumbled upon the answer I was looking for.
The four family members paid their respects and they left. They continued touring the Remembrance Day. Sharon stood there in a daze, suddenly having understood something. At that moment, a sound came from an open space in Napa. Seems like someone had stepped into the podium. All citizens gathered at the podium. Oh, let's see the soldier's speech. According to the schedule for Remembrance Day, it should be time for the representatives of retired Defense Force veterans to give a speech. So the speech is about to begin. I feel a bit concerned, Fox. Can we go over there and listen to the speech right now? It's Miss Zoe.
Is that Zoe on the podium?
She behalf of the soldiers?
Is she here to speak for the soldiers? That seems fitting. She's cut medals after all. But I don't see Jesse or Aaron anywhere. Didn't they come?
Oh, I got killed.
Everyone please, quiet down. Zoe, of Nemesis Squad, a representative of the veterans,
I thought she was
will
a part
now
of
deliver the Remembrance Day
Obsidian
speech.
Division.
Hello, everyone. I'm honored to stand here and speak on behalf of all of the soldiers of the Defense Force. Today, we gather to commemorate Remembrance Day, a day born from the tragedy of the old Capitol's fall. Many of us lost relatives or friends in the disaster, and I am no exception. Every member of my squad perished in that battle, leaving me as the only survivor. Losing the friends you cherish to the Hollow is a pain that never fades. It's a sorrow that will stay with us, now and forever. However, to the families of the fallen soldiers, hold your heads high with pride for your loved ones who gave their lives. They fought to the very last moment when the old Capitol fell. Death isn't the end, nor dishonor. It is their eternal medal. They gave their lives facing an unstoppable disaster, exchanging their sacrifice for the world we have today. In doing so, they fulfilled their duties as soldiers to perfection. Without the blood they spilled, Eridu would not have endured, and new Eridu would never have risen from the ashes. In honor of the wishes of the departed, look ahead, people of New Eridu. Our thoughts and remembrance of those who passed will be carried in every flicker of candlelight and in every bouquet of flowers.
Chilling or was chilling.
My speech was meant to end here, but since you all seem quite engaged, please allow me to share a little more. The reason you all agree with what I've said is because it offers a way to step away from the pain. That's what the living do. They seek ways to ease the weight of others' deaths so they can find a way to start over. This is the new Eridu of today. A huge disaster consumed the old Capitol, and the people who survived it keep saying things like, treasure the moment and start fresh to numb themselves, hoping to forget the nightmare. No one talks about the soldiers who gave their lives in Hollow Zero. No one asks why they had to die. The brave gave their lives battling the ethereal onslaught, while the weak survived. This is a new Eridu, built by weaklings. Its order founded upon their way of thinking. Your applause makes me realize you all accept this logic. Each of you had loved ones who sacrificed their lives in the fall of the old Capitol. And now, you're thankful that someone has encouraged you to move on from them. What meaning does the sacrifice of those who died have if you all choose to forget? Have you never thought about why your own loved ones had to die? And why no one is responsible for their deaths?
Miss Zoe, there's not much time left for your,
Open your eyes! I'm speaking to those who have lost loved ones! If death is the medal for the fallen, then pain is the cross the living must bear. If you fear its weight and run from the suffering, the soldiers will never find peace in their eternal rest. To tear the wound open once again, so you'll never forget the searing pain. That's the real meaning of Remembrance Day.
I don't agree.
Damn, bro.
Charon, I didn't expect you to be here for Remembrance Day.
I don't agree.
How are things going with your search? Seems like you have something to say.
Among the people standing here, there's a woman who raised her daughter with the survivor benefits left by her husband. Another who's been able to carry on with her life thanks to the final efforts of her child. And yet another who's found purpose because of the influence of his late sister. The will of the deceased lives on in every person here. The soldiers who died during the fall of the old capital fought for this. The future that their loved ones are making for themselves now. The old me might have agreed with what you said, but someone taught me that pain and hardship can lead to hope. They helped me see that hope could be inherited, not just destroyed when life fades. That's why I believe the departed didn't leave us wounded or with a heavy cross to bear, but with a melody. Each of us holds a harmonica that plays the melody of life. At first, it may sound awkward, but it will eventually flow smoothly, taking on our own style, until it merges with our soul.
You seem quite certain about what you're saying. Tell me then, what kind of melody is left behind by those we've lost?
I'm not sure. I can't picture the exact melody, but I trust the answer I've chosen. And I trust everything I've seen and heard.
A vague and insubstantial answer, isn't it? I was right about
Like
you, Charon.
that whole ass crowd?
From the moment we met, I knew we'd never really understand each other.
I'm sorry you feel that way.
Everyone, I apologize for taking up your
I
time.
think they do understand.
My speech ends here. Please feel free to continue with your visit.
Her speech started so great, and everyone's like, what the fuck was that?
What do you think, Proxy?
I think she's a bit consumed by the past and hatred.
Something was definitely off about her just now. And the things she said, I'm starting to get a really bad feeling about this.
You mean about her real identity, right? Looks like we're on the same page.
Yeah, was she a part of
Shielded by
Nemesis?
her identity as a decorated soldier, she seemed pretty confident that we wouldn't confront her directly on military ground like at the outpost. She arrived so brazenly and left without a care. If I'm right about this, she'll be trying to contact us again in no time.
Look at that. Our dedicated hunter-killer. Seems panicking. I can see. Scott out.
Looks like you're a little busy, so I'll keep it short. The client just sent me a location via Knock Knock, along with a picture of several unconscious, tied-up individuals. I'll send you the location shortly. It should be an entrance to the Hollow in Port Elpis. At this stage, I don't have any further requests. My only hope is that you'll proceed with caution.
A location with a picture of the hostages. Looks like Grim Vulture is losing patience and wants to put an end to all this.
Looks like Grim Vulture just had a damn speech at this platform.
Charon, what's your plan? With everything that's happened, no matter what you choose, I'll stay by your side till the very end.
Sharon doesn't answer right away. Instead, she takes out her harmonica, looks down, as if she's trying to decide. Yeah, she takes her harmonica.
I've made up my mind.
Head to the trap head
Proxy,
first.
please accept my official commission. Help me venture into the depths of the Hollow to rescue the client and any other hostages. It's time to put an end to this. It's up to me to stop Grim Vulture. Stop her from crushing everything in front of her with that heavy cross.
She bears her cross as a burden as a weapon. We need Remembrance Day with Sharon. Return to the video store. She clicked her fire multiple times, adjusting her breathing. The showdown's about to begin. Prox, thank you for accompanying me this far. This upcoming battle, Grim Vulture has likely already set up the stage for this traps. We need to brace ourselves for a tough fight. The hell of like a mission again. Rookie Proxy's out here helping a veteran hunt and kill a fucking veteran killer. Now, why is she killing other soldiers? That's the real question. Even if she's all for like you can't forget them. What's the point of her killing other Obsidian Squad members? And take the battlefield, be prepared for such a formidable enemy alone. It's foreseeable that she will continuously occupy elevated sniper positions or relentlessly targeting us. We'll have very few opportunities on to hit on her. Yeah, well then we were fucking walking into a literal shooting gallery. Theoretically speaking, that's right. In a sniper duel, the one who fails to secure the best vantage point or expose their position away is always a loser. But I believe there's still a chance. In our previous fight, I could sense the pride and impatience of Grim Vulture as a sniper. I'm not sure that patience comes from pride is something to turn against. Okay. Yeah, she always seems like she's mentally unstable, so if you could just crack that, you probably can get a reveal and break. I believe she would never accept the idea of me surpassing her sniper. If I can outmatch her at a critical moment, she'll lose her composure, and that way, it's exposing me. Proxy, the strategy I've chosen. Grim Vulture may indeed be a superior sniper, but I'll surpass her and make the strategy focusing. I mean, if you surpass her and beat her out by cracking her mental, you're a better sniper. I mean, that's it. Sure, she might be a better shot, but the overall, all aspects of a sniper need the absolute to win. When you're competing on the same ground, especially when someone has an advantage and you beat them, you're just better. To win that battle despite your overwhelming disadvantage, please entrust your back to me. I need you as a companion to support me. I'll trust your back to me. We'll figure it out. Yeah. I will protect you, so please also provide me with your guidance. This can either go very smoothly, or we're finna fucking die. Though, it might not seem like I'm killing the mood by saying this now, but please be careful. Grim Vulture really intends to take our and Sharon's lives. Don't worry. It'll only be Eos who gets her head blown off if things go wrong. I'll do my best to assist you. Put an end to this once and for all. Miss Sharon, anyone in you? No, this is not it. Let's finish it. Blind Pursuit's invitation here, piercing rain.
I am the eye.
Eradicate. Strike.
Strike. Let's see how this goes. Sniper versus sniper. It's no longer cat and mouse. It's cat and cat. The tiger versus the lion. The dog versus the wolf.
Charon, look! Another communicator.
Really, though? We're gonna be doing this whole fucking talking thing.
Another communicator. It's a bad habit for a sniper to be so talkative.
Really, it is.
Oh, really? I think it's rather good for my mental health to witness in real time how my target becomes desperate and gives up their struggle.
Do you really still need to disguise your voice? I thought you didn't want to hide anymore, Zoe.
You're right. There's no need for secrecy anymore.
Why does she wear a different uniform? Why is she just wearing that?
Zoe, the sniper known as Grim Vulture of Nemesis Squad, send you my regards.
Zoe. No. Grim Vulture. You, like me, were one of the advanced troops deployed to suppress Hollow Zero right after the fall of the old capital, right? Noct, Cartes, and Impera Squad. So far, all the victims have been members of these squads. They were initially supposed to enter the Hollow to reinforce the advanced troops. Nemesis, your squad lacking reinforcements, lost everyone except you in the fall of the old capital. You blamed their deaths on the absence of reinforcements and sought revenge on them. That's my conclusion.
Okay.
Just like me.
That's her reason.
The fall of the old capital left you entirely alone.
A sniper, the sole survivor, a mere pawn abandoned by the military. Don't you think we're very much alike? The Impera squad member, Nathan, the one you're searching for, he pleaded with me to let him go when I was about to kill him, saying he had to see you no matter what. That's how you caught my attention. I let him live to get all sorts of information on you. I was so curious about you that I even set a trap, disguising myself as a victim to get closer to you. It turned out we share the same story. We even got the same PTSD symptoms. After all these years, we still see images of our teammates before they die. It's impossible to erase them from our minds. It's just, you use ridiculous fantasies to numb yourself, chasing after illusions of your squad mates. Well, I can't afford to be as naive as you. One night, when I was overwhelmed with the unbearable images of my comrades' deaths, vomiting and crying, I finally realized the meaning behind their appearance before me. They were pleading with me, pleading for vengeance against those who abandoned us, begging me to destroy the repulsive, hypocritical new order of New Eridu.
This bitch has just lost it, though. She just executed motherfuckers just for the sake
I
of it.
began kidnapping targets and sniping them in the hollow, watching as they became corrupted and
You got
died in despair.
Trigger over here seeing shadows of her dead
really
teammates
think this is what
PTSD.
they'd
You
want?
got this bitch executed motherfuckers
Would they want me to be like you,
for revenge.
playing at a game of finding my missing squad
Which was
mates,
snipers be
accepting
batshit
their
insane.
deaths when I'm done playing, and then forgiving the very enemy who killed them? What a noble and virtuous gesture. Forgive on behalf of fallen comrades, coexist with New Eridu's order, and live peacefully among cowards. It's precisely because you and I are so similar that this hypocritical and cruel attitude makes it even harder for me to forgive you. After our first conversation, I was certain I must end your life myself to prove I'm right.
That's exactly what I wanted to say to you, too. Because we've suffered the same hardships, I can't accept the path of destruction you've chosen. Jesse, Aaron, Nathan, the client I've been searching for,
all dead.
and any other targets of revenge you've set your sights on. They all feel regret and struggle over the choices they made back then. But you can't see any of that. You didn't target the higher-ups who misjudged the situation, the dangerous ethereals who killed your comrades, or the ones responsible for the fall of the old capital. Instead, you went after the easiest targets. Grim Vulture, as a sniper of the Eridu Defense Force, you have failed in your duty. To preserve the will and hope left by my comrades, I'm going to put an end to your actions right here.
That suits me just fine. A sniper should let the gun do the talking. Make it to the deepest part of the hollow alive, and I'll meet you with nothing but raw malice.
Fuck it. Let's blow up. I know snipers are supposed to be highly intelligent. But apparently if you ether corrupt it, you get
Don't know.
psycho brain rot.
Not Carter, Impura, and many other squads. Obviously, you know the reinforcements that were meant to back us up ended up deciding to retreat?
Yeah, because they were gonna donate the pillars.
Jesse and Aaron, do you have them too?
I think they're already dead. I think
Or
she
are they
already killed
already-
this blaster.
You still care about them? Or should I say...
I'll handle it.
It looks like I haven't made enough of a mess in your life if you still have the time to worry about them.
I mean, you kinda right about that.
Ether vision activate.
I see it.
You gotta get a soldier never should really forsake their duty. She came in to save them. Don't forget the mission. Just for revenge.
Increase fire.
Normally that's more suspenseful, right? In any case, when you
The wind and rain are picking up.
It's like fucking
Adjusting for
extreme weather is perfect.
Daredevil, she's gonna see better with the wind and rain.
No one will hear your cries as you die.
Out of my damn way.
Copy.
Where is she? I know you can see her
By
and
the
she's
time
fine.
the rain stops, the only thing left will be your cold corn. You made it to
Oh, she's right there. That's so good that you can see her. If you didn't see her peek out. Oh, this bitch is fucking crazy. Oh, look at her just yap.
You're in my target locked.
Only way to put it. What sniper ever confront their enemy head on?
Like, I was like, what sniper? Like, she's talking about the sniper aren't also riflemen.
I made this dangerous material by abducting and corrupting a high-ranking officer.
Sniper's Creed. One shot, one kill.
It wasn't easy luring it here.
Sniper's Creed, one shot, one kill. Hey, she's walking him down.
The real failure as a sniper is the one who's been forced into a corner, like you!
Oh, she got the comb.
The wind. It's shifting.
I won't fall for your distractions so easily.
I will surpass you with my own melody of victory.
Damn!
And let the wind be the opening notes.
Action movie ass sniper shot, man.
Charon? No! Wake up! Charon!
She's really got a breastplate, bro. The other bitch is just wearing a t-shirt.
What's this?
What caliber round is going through the breastplate and stopping at the harmonica? At that range? Fuck out of here. After the gunshot, the hollow falls silence once more, leaving the countless biting raindrops and I can't read any of that.
You?
Fuck it.
Where's your friend? The proxy?
She only shot at like the upper area. It's not even her heart. It's like on the upper fucking pectoral. Might be her collarbone shattered. That's a bit too low for a collarbone. Actually, it might be a collarbone shot.
The proxy went to rescue the hostages. I want to speak with you alone.
She's alive.
A sniper should always monitor the changes to their surroundings, factoring the environment into their tactics. Being blinded by the intent to kill and failing to take this into account was your downfall.
Didn't expect to be lectured by a youngster. What a disgrace. When my view was blocked, I realized you'd used the visual blind spot to reposition. So I adjusted my aim accordingly. But I still couldn't hit you.
Your prediction and accuracy were spot on. I was just saved once again by this. By both this harmonica and by my former comrades.
Are you trying to say that this is destiny? That it's the will of my companions guarding me? I lost to the wave of ethereals, to the military's betrayal. And now I lose to your reckless actions, driven by some ridiculous fantasy. Your fantasy, your attitude, your very existence, and the outcome of this battle. They are the greatest denial and insult to my revenge.
Yeah, you're emitting a much calmer ether energy now. Almost as if you found relief.
My vision is fading. I can't see my comrades on the brink of death anymore. My wounds are fatal, but I don't feel any pain. Relief. It's not such a bad thing.
Did you intend for me to kill you from the start?
Let me answer that question with a story. The first time I saw you was actually during the fall of the old capital. My comrades were all dead, and the reinforcements the higher-ups promised before the mission never came. I can't even remember how long the fight went on. Ultimately, I had no choice but to retreat, failing to bring back my squad mates' bodies. I made my way through one battle line after another. The advanced troops were nearly wiped out. But when I reached a certain front, a small squad of survivors called out to me. Few people can still stand after such severe corruption and injury, but all 5 of them were still fighting. They were protecting a girl who had lost her sight and fallen unconscious while searching for a way out of the hollow. They told me they were beyond saving, and if I planned to retreat, I must take the girl with me. I couldn't turn down the last request of a group of heroic soldiers about to die in battle. Your comrades entrusted your life to me. I was the one who brought you out of the hollow. You already know what happened afterward. It didn't take long for you to leave the Defense Force after you came to. Just like me, I developed PTSD so intense that sometimes I couldn't even hold a normal conversation. But for me, the hardest blow was the death of my squad. To an orphan like me, they were family. If the reinforcements had kept their word and provided support, they wouldn't have died for nothing. Don't you ever have that thought?
To say I don't would be a lie, but I think deep down you know. From the moment we stepped into the hollow, there was no way we were getting saved. Given how quickly the hollow was spreading, and the ever-increasing number of ethereals, it would take the sacrifice of countless Defense Force troops to suppress it. It wasn't something that could have been accomplished in such a short time. The reinforcements would have only been a drop in the bucket. More sacrifices without results. Canceling the reinforcements, sending the advanced troops to rescue as many civilians as possible to minimize casualties. I think most commanders would have made the same decision.
Objective and cold logic. I understand it, of course. But when you see members of the reinforcements living happy lives years later, can you still keep your composure? I couldn't. Even if the chance was minuscule, I wanted my squad mates to survive. But they turned that chance to zero, and still have the nerve to embrace a peaceful future. I can't help but resent them. By the time I realized what I'd done, I had already taken several lives. Nathan. When I tied him up and was about to kill him, he begged me to spare him, saying he had something to give you, no matter what. That was when you re-entered my line of sight. I think I've said this before. We're very similar. Yet we have completely opposite beliefs.
Damn right. I said
After
that
meeting
before.
you, I became even more certain.
Two sides of the same coin.
I chose destruction.
Suffered the same fate.
While
I
you
chose.
were destined to choose
Yep.
to protect.
They literally just laid out for me.
You're
Like I
still
said.
entangled in your obsession with your squad mates. If this continues, you'll eventually sink into a void of despair. Your hope is like a bubble, ready to burst at any moment. The version of you I want to kill is the complete one, who can firmly reject my answer. If you haven't found your answer yet, then I'll be the one to push you forward. I kill you, or you end me. Either way works. But after seeing your growth, maybe I'd prefer you to step over my body. That's the final answer.
Why?
Emptiness and doubt. No matter how many targets of my revenge I took down, nothing changed. Aiming my gun at former comrades, drowning in hate and rage, all it left was a hollow emptiness. But you're different. You've gained unconditional trust from the proxy. You have the courage to fight through my trap. And eventually, you'll have a melody that's uniquely yours. My belief has faltered. I finally remember. My squad mates were fools just like you. You're right. They would never want me to become this way. I talk about carrying their cross. But in truth, I never carried their will. So be it. Take the hostage and go. A villain stained with the blood of others deserves nothing but a miserable end. I'm looking forward to how long you'll be able to protect those in front of your eyes.
Even those that aren't real? Sharon doesn't leave. So she deals with like Grim Vulture picking up the bullet-marked harmonica and he's playing like, how the fuck is that harmonica still working? I know the bullet dented that bitch. Okay. They just cut it off. The melody briefly takes over the roaring downpour, reaching the ears of Grim Vulture as bleeding out, barely thinking up a faint glimmer.
It can still be played.
That is not a kill shot, by the way. Yeah.
Impressive.
What's it always say?
This is my final melody.
I guess she's bleeding out.
No matter how miserable you've become, I'll still remember you. Remember we once shared the same path in life. But in the end, our paths diverged.
Very,
Your hatred has long twisted into sin. But if not for you, I wouldn't have learned how to hate, or found the true targets of my hatred. I used to know nothing. My teammates served as my teachers.
That anger guided her to drive her something.
You must be my final teacher. You taught me, in the most intense way, what hatred truly means.
Jedi-ass dialogue.
So you found someone you want revenge against, too. That's good.
About your homecoming plays on the girl adventure agony. What the fuck did I just read? Holy shit, don't skip it. It's okay. Very similar to Ambi's story with Twiggy. Person who chooses an evil path in the end realizes they're evil. I think Twiggy always knew what she was doing wrong. This one, at least she figured out at the end. You rescue the kidnapped people, leave the hollow, and now she reports things to home security and update the shepherd in the situation. A series of tasks need to be done after such an intense battle leader user. Requesting to meet the client shepherd, you receive a message going to report ellipse. Proxy. Arriving at the port, according to the shepherd, to shepherd, the client, the rescue Jesse and Aaron should be here. Is Nathan dead? Sharon, what do you see? Something about him? Alright, even though we defeated Grim Vulture, I still couldn't let it go. This is what I thought. When the wind changed and the family banner blocked her vision, she could have retreated, waited for her sight to be cleared, and then resumed sniping. But she had done that, I would have no chance of winning. But her pride wouldn't allow her to take action until she admitted her tactics were inferior. She chose to engage to shoot at with me despite being the boss. I don't know if it was pride. I think, well, I guess pride did kind of blind her. She committed to the position. Yeah, your strategy was successful, but I don't think it was like fully pride. Like, she knew you probably could land the shot too. But the real she actually wanted to die. I thought I wanted. My question actually was something deliberate led me. I would find a way to break her trap and create an opportunity for reversal. So, this is actually a pretty good indication, like, story for PTSD. You know, like, we have a soldier who, well, she said he killed himself. But you have, like, all the outcomes. Like, soldiers who die in the line of war. The outcomes of their family. Suffering through it, can't find closure. Those who do find closure with the other soldiers is burying the past. And you have ones like this who lash out and become just break mentally. I would find a way to break her trap and create an opportunity to reveal herself. That way she's waiting for that moment. They're ready to test me when I truly surpassed her. Though a direct confrontation, I believe that was her intention. I don't care about the perpetrator's intent. Why not? The purpose and intentions always matter. Roxy, you told me that Grim Vulture once appeared at the port, standing by the trash can in the wooden pier, gazing out for the sun. What was she thinking about back then? I wonder. Sorry, that's just talking to myself. Let's go meet the client together. And he's still alive and hasn't come to the Grim Vulture's victories. I suppose that's a good news, isn't it? Although I understand that the client's true identity is not my teammates, and it may not bring the hope of a sign. I still want to face it. Okay, it's Nathan, isn't it? The Black Cat. Was that Soldier 11's cat? An ordinary unmarked trash can. There was only one reason stopping in front of the trash can. First time Grim Vulture was seen, disguised as an ordinary person, she was standing silently next to the trash can, gazing at the sun. Oh, could we have talked to her at the start? In the trash can with a pile of crumpled food wrappers and discarded ether batteries smelling of seawater, you find some torn pieces of paper scattered here. You can identify them as pages of a notebook. These are the Grim Vulture described here. It wasn't clear about what the batteries. You quickly sort the piece of paper again, turn a piece of paper and contents are fully readable. Diary. The captain gonna talk to me. ever since I took down the Elite Ethereum last mission, the wizards are spreading about Nemesis Squad having an ace sniper. It's quite troublesome. A bunch of rookies went to the captain saying that they wanted the guidance of British Nemesis. Are they underestimating what it means to be a sniper? Do they really think sniping is something you just pick up whether you feel like it? I've dedicated every waking moment of my life to training, all to become a sniper capable of taking down any target. Without the resolve to take on his life and never become a proper sniper. The code Grim Vulture was just the weight of the bloodshed behind sniping. Like a vulture feeding on corpses, I hunt for death, wrapping myself in its scent. I was going to turn the captain down, but Green told me that I've been too tense lately and I should try accepting the captain's proposal. Give me a chance to socialize and mingle. I guess I should think about how to teach these juniors. But honestly, I feel like sniping would just let their guns in the top. Serious talking to the captain, he asked me why my method is new while taking them into the hollow for the live fire camp when training, and what if something happened? Like I take responsibility. My captain's being too naive. If they chose to join the defense force, how can they protect me without being prepared to put their lives on the line? Many techniques and tactics can only be awakened and understood when faced with death's door. I was teaching them the most effective way I could think of. Besides, if they get hurt or kind of real combat, it doesn't prove that they were cut out for it. To learn my skills, we need the talent to back it up. In the end, the captain called off the training. When this went on, was starting to enjoy teaching. And then I was starting to think, it might be so bad to pass my service skills down to those incapable juniors. Or you can try to confront me, saying I'll have another chance to take the students someday, but who knows how long I'll be waiting, or if the students even want to have what it takes. When I get to teach again, I'll definitely have to develop the training method further. I'll throw them to the hollow and make sure they survive my sniper fire, force them to use their environment and psychological warfare to counter me. As long as they're not too unlucky and manage to survive, they'll definitely know something I've got. When the time comes, Eridan will have another guardian. I'm actually looking forward to it. Come to think of it, Green has been acting pretty suspiciously. It's like I thought plotting. After our mission, our captain and squad called me to the door. When I opened the door, I saw balloons everywhere, a huge birthday cake. Turns out it was my birthday. They had been secretly preparing this celebration for a while. I had to apologize for the new recruit training incident from before and give me a stunningly beautiful outfit. Everyone was chattering silently while sharing cake and stuffing gift boxes all sizes of my hand. And then Eridan got down on one knee and proposed to me with a ring. Though I'd agreed to date him before, I never understood all this romance stuff. I was pretty distant with him. My girl got autism, hella. But when that's exactly what he knows about me. I'm all about sniping and a bit clumsy in everyday life. He even thinks about my codename, Grim as how scary the most. It's cute. That idiot. He really doesn't need to get that. I had the last part. No, I didn't show it then. I was actually overjoyed. With him there and everyone in the squad, it must have been the happiest moment of my life so far. Why'd I have to be so shy to the point where I couldn't even give him an answer? So let me think about it. I should find the right word to say yes. Yeah, that's what I'll do. After we return for our next mission, I'll definitely want to hear about that beautiful outfit and tell everyone. Yep, I'm guessing the hollow disaster happened immediately and she didn't even get married. Oh. Ah, it's you. Thank you for saving me and finding a soldier who could take down his own. You okay? My ribs are fractured. I'm here today barely holding on. Thanks to the person I was too foolish. I never considered possibly Zoe wasn't prepared. Oh, by the way, from the ballet twins, she walked together, she easily knocked me out unconscious from behind and brought me to the hollow again. Love it. How about your friend, your blonde one? If I had known earlier that she was a approach, I would have killed her right then and there. That friend of yours. Zoe tied me up from the room and put it up solid. Told me the reason for killing me was about to shoot me. All I could think of was that she had kidnapped my friend. I kept questioning her. Back then, outside the hollow. My friend and I were both a part of the reinforcement troops, and I indeed felt the situation was dire and about to retreat. And my friend, she voted to go in. Why did you go after her? If you want revenge, you should have just killed me. Where is she now? Didn't I even care about the gun point on my throat? I just kept repeating those sentences over and over. Until she admitted she killed my friend. Never forgive her. Even if choosing to retreat was my mistake. Even if she cared about the pain of losing her compromise. I only had one thought, to take her down with me. But she survived. I couldn't break free from the roof. I couldn't threaten her. All I could do was insult her over and over, begging her to kill me, but she didn't. She pinned me to the ground and beat me after that. When I stopped just before pulling the trigger, I glared at her with hatred. Undefined, she returned the gaze, even more hatred. Her face streaked with tears. Why would scum like you even care about the companions? She kicked me twice, all her strength, and left her with those words. How many innocent lives has she taken so far? How many families has she torn apart because of her? And she still dares to call me so. And now she's dead, there's no point in saying anything. My friend will never come back, and I'll never forget the fall of the Capitol, nor the series of nightmares that fall recently. If I can meet her again, in hell after I die, then I'll settle the score with her. Until that day comes, I'll make sure she survives. Anyway, thank you. This place is just fucked. Shepard and Justice need to be exchanging tips and working the internet. That was the trick. And he does you walk. Jesse and Shepard cut the conversation short just about the further on. Oh, we meet again. How should I put it? You saved my life again. I really didn't know how to thank you enough. Are you alright? Physically, I wasn't hurt much, but my mood is complicated. Being kidnapped by the same person twice. Maybe my intellect wasn't suited for being an information broker. Not like a career change. Looking back now, someone who truly wanted to kill me then and would have deliberately knocked me out again and left me to rescue by you. But at the time, I was just relieved that I survived and never known suspected Zoe. When she suddenly showed up at my door and claimed to have important information, I was completely unprepared, as I ended up being tied up in the hall for a second. What happened there? She no longer hid and played the hunting game with me. Instead, she stood directly in front of me, pointing her gun at me, and revealed her true reason why she wanted to kill me. The events of the fall of the capital are something I really don't want to remember. I know I'm a coward, but for the most critical moment, I choose to retreat along with the rest of the troops. If you had seen the rapidly expanding hollows here in person, you would have been terrified too. The moment you stepped inside, your death was certain. Every soldier present knew that. My actions during the fall of the capital was a stain of my career in the defense force. Why I didn't choose that, didn't it? I thought that being killed by her would have been nothing less than what I knew. But she didn't kill me. Yeah, no matter how resigned I was, when I was about to be killed, I was still terrified, so I desperately begged her for mercy, but she didn't pull the trigger. I mustered the courage to meet her gaze, only to find her eyes empty, looking as if I was insect. She raised her gun, emptied the bullets into the ceiling, and walked away. It's immediate. This was the last word she said. Tell me, back then outside Hall Zoo, we were judged that our current forces couldn't stop the disaster and chose retreat. Did we really make the wrong choice? I don't know, bro. What's the point of asking you anyway? What answer was hoping I heard? What answer was I hoping to hear from you? Yeah, like reassurance from just someone who had nothing to do with it? Anyway, I know the very least from this incident. Because of this incident, I'm afraid I'll never forget the nightmares of the capital fall. Nor the moment Zoe looked at me with us all out. Jesus. Wait. Now remember to continue you. Are you angry? How can I be angry? I clearly told you that someone dies, you must inform me immediately, and I would bring you an experienced hollow raiders to handle that situation. Yet you hid from me and went without an emotion. Two inexperienced proxies, and only one combatant to help, and you still challenge bloodthirsty former soldier who killed so many? If I had known as you were planning to do, I would have never shared those location details with you. I come here seeking a widow, not those rookie charge off in the danger and get themselves killed. Sorry, Mr. Shepard. Sorry for being able to defeat such a cunning killer and possessing the technique of controlling things. You've shown me incredible strength and exclusive tactics for this one. How can I ever regard other proxies the same way after witnessing what you can do? From now on, Shepard will handle your commission. I'm betting on you. I can already foresee the day you'll resign screaming or not. Or your brains will. Alright, our career's on the rise. It's me who should be thanking you. No matter how famous information brokers get, their influence is limited. But if one day faith becomes the legendary proxy, Shepard will also be renowned and leader. I don't do anything too risky again. I don't want something to happen to Treasure, I bet on. Treasure, huh? Sounds like fucking. What's it? Nathan? It is Nathan. Okay. I expect.
So you're the sniper from Liar Squad. It's nice to finally meet you.
And you must be the one who's been searching for me.
Looks like a hollow investigator.
Nathan,
exactly.
the younger brother of Lethe. It's good to see you safe and sound.
That's right. I'm sorry for causing all this trouble. I nearly cost you your life, becoming a target of a victim from the fall of the old capital. Maybe that's what I get not helping my brother and the rest of the defense force back then. When the reinforcements decided to retreat, I spoke out against it. I had family among the soldiers already in the Hollow, but I didn't have the courage to take that step. The one that might have cost me my life. I'm sorry.
You don't need to feel regret or apologize. The outcome wasn't something you could have controlled. You cared deeply for Lethe, and even today you still think of him. To someone like him, who always cherished family, that's more than enough.
Thank you. I heard you've been searching for the members of Liar Squad all these years. I'm nothing compared to your determination. Thank you for everything you've done, but please stop the search. It's time for you to start living a life that's truly your own. I hate to say this as a family member, but back then, they were already...
I know. You don't need to say it. I've been drowning in a fantasy of my own making for years, but it's a fantasy that kept me from falling into the abyss. Nathan, Grim Vulture told me you have something you want to give me. Is that why you commissioned someone to find me?
Yes. After learning about the bond between you and your squad, I knew I couldn't live with myself if I didn't get this to you. So I got on my knees and begged Grim Vulture, even playing this recording for her, hoping it would move her. Regardless of how things unfolded, what matters is that it wasn't destroyed, and I'm here, alive, to hand it to you.
Oh boy, this is gonna be terrible. A tape from Liar Squad, discovered by Nathan Largent for the long sealed recording, sparked a series of events that followed. Years have passed, and when the tape surfaced, shows somewhere the audio within reserve is pristine. Crystal clear as it was recorded yesterday.
I found this while going through my brother's belongings. It's been tucked away for years. There's a recording on it, and I think it's a gift Liar Squad made for you, but never had the chance to give you.
Thank you so much. Do you mind if I listen to it now with the proxies?
Wait, with us? I thought we were just here to collect the commission fee today.
Nope, I'm about to hear the saddest moment of her life.
As for the commission fee, I'll pay it to you both shortly, so don't worry about that.
Hey, hello? All right, it's a recording. This is a message from Liar Squad for our little sniper. Everyone ready? I'll count down. 3, 2, 1.
Congratulations on your 1,000th day with Liar Squad!
Hey, you guys are totally out of sync. Captain, can we redo this? The anniversary gift has to be perfect.
That's our assault specialist, Acheron. She has a strong sense of aesthetics, prioritizing beauty in both combat and her daily life. She taught me a lot about makeup and fashion.
Oh, she won't care if we're a little off. Forget the re-record. Let's just get it done and order the cake. We don't want him to sell out.
That's our medic, Kakaitis. He's usually lazy and a bit of a smooth talker, but he's actually very capable and kind. He taught me a lot about unconventional negotiation tactics and ways of handling things.
You two, stop arguing during the recording. I've already ordered the cake. If you keep rambling, we really will have to re-record this. Cut the chatter already.
And that's Styx, a reliable artillery specialist. He's the oldest in the squad. He loves sharing photos of his daughter and reminiscing about how he wooed his wife. The way he won her over inspired me a lot.
All right, let's all calm down. Wouldn't want to get on the captain's bad side. Captain, would you like to go first? We can edit or re-record whatever we need to.
That's our scout and engineer, Lethe. He's a bit self-conscious because of how his younger brother excels, and he's somewhat introverted. But he's actually very capable. He taught me sharp observation skills, calm execution under pressure, and how to make use of the environment.
Okay, thank you all for settling down before I completely lost my cool. It's fine. No need to cut anything or re-record. Let's just keep it as it is. Loud and messy, just like our Liar Squad.
That's our captain, who took me in and taught me how to play the harmonica. And the real Charon. I'll make sure to explain properly to you later, Proxy.
As you've heard, this recording is a little gift from the 5 of us. How time flies. When I brought you into the squad about 2.5 years ago, you were just a shy kid who blushed whenever you talked to someone. Over these 1,000 days, you've really worked hard to keep pace with our fighting rhythm. You've done incredibly well. In the last mission, your successful sniper kill of that high-risk ethereal really helped Acheron a lot. I hate to say it, but yeah, I went too far in last time. Thanks for getting me out of that mess. Just this once, I'll admit, your moves were more elegant in that fight.
And not just that fight. Ever since you became a quicker shot and learned to adjust for wind speeds on the fly, we've been taking fewer and fewer hits. Makes my job way easier. So, cheers.
You often worry about not doing enough. But in these 2.5 years, you've absorbed everything I know about stealth, reconnaissance, and tactical countermeasures. Trust me, you'll become an incredibly skilled sniper.
Having you covering us from the rear makes every fight feel safer. but you still have a lot to learn about socializing and romance. When peace finally comes to Eridu, leave us and live your own life.
Where did that come from? She's not leaving us. Even if she retires, she'll move into my house and I'll spoil her with loads of beautiful clothes. We can talk about living alone in 10 or 20 years. Sorry, I got carried away. Anyway, you're talented and hardworking. Over these 1,000 days, you've opened your heart to us and even encouraged us in return. Having you as a comrade is a blessing for all 5 of us. But I have to say one thing. You're always so sensitive and kind. Every time you see us get hurt, you look like you're about to break. Has our squad motto, having each other's backs, become too much of a burden for you? I get how you feel. When your squad mates trust you with their backs, your first instinct is to protect them, right? But that's not the way it should be. No one can shoulder everything alone. Don't try to carry everything on your own. Choosing to fight on the battlefield is my resolve. Feel it. Share yours with me. And when it's your turn to watch my back, I'll give my all to honor it too.
As long as you fight with all your strength, there's no such thing as failing to protect something, because your will and our will is preserved and carried on in other ways.
But don't let that weigh on you. Try to trust in us, just like we trust in you, no matter what.
I've struggled with that kind of thinking myself, but I eventually made my way through it. All this talk of camaraderie, of keeping each other safe, it's like a harmonica melody scoring our time together. Even when things change, our tune will go on, and that's enough.
Exactly. Honestly, I'm sometimes terrified. Afraid that someday, you'll blame yourself for failing to protect us and fall apart. That's why I wanted to record this message. Please, don't try to bear everything alone. Maybe you can start relying on us more, fully entrusting your vulnerable side to us. Our will has long been intertwined with yours. We're comrades. This is getting way too sentimental. It doesn't feel like me anymore. Anyway, we just want to see you trusting your comrades enough to share your burdens, even if it isn't us. Finally, we'd like to give you the song that's closest to us. If what we've said is hard to understand, just feel it through the music. Please, enjoy my masterpiece, Homecoming.
Proxy, do you remember? I was once terrified of seeing the look on their faces.
If this image clears up, I swear to God.
Yes. Can you see them clearly now?
Oh
yes.
my God.
Crystal clear. As if I've returned to the exact moment of parting.
Oh, so much for a gut punch. More like a fucking sniper
this is
shot
our
through
last
the gut.
glance. This is the answer you wanted me to find. Thanks, guys. For everything.
It was a meeting with Nathan. You spent a long time with Sharon. I'll pour it out. She's seen the sea breeze often. You don't say a word, but I
Proxies.
think we'd have to.
No. Wise. Belle. I've troubled you two a lot these days with my personal affairs. Words can't describe what you've done for me.
It's no trouble at all.
This is a character
To be
story.
honest, Belle
All
and I have
focused
been
on
a bit
her
lost lately because of some
and her story.
personal matters. But meeting you has felt somehow comforting. Don't you think, Belle?
Our wills are aligned. Yeah, thank you for not saying fate.
Exactly. We got something out of the experiences we shared. At the very least, it's brought us clarity. I guess our wills have always been aligned, haven't they?
Yeah. When I was trapped in self-doubt, unable to get out, I'm glad you were there with me. You're right. We've already entrusted our backs to each other as comrades. And because of that, because we are comrades, please, hear me out. Maybe you've already noticed. I'm sorry, but I've been keeping something from you. Charon isn't actually my code name. As I mentioned before, Charon was my captain's code name. When I met both of you for the first time, I didn't want to tell you my codename, because I thought someone who couldn't protect their squad mates had no right to one. So I lied.
So what's her
Captain
actual?
Charon was an orphan like me, with no family to mourn
What's
her.
with them being orphans?
I've been using her codename because I may be the last person in the world who still remembers her. But I understand now. If I want to keep moving forward, I can't keep hiding behind a lie. My true codename is...
You know what? Don't even say it.
You don't have to tell me right now.
At the harbor, Nathan spoke to you privately. Was he offering you a chance to return to the Defense Force?
Yes. He said he still has a friend in the Defense Force who's currently forming a new squad.
Okay.
And if my goals align with theirs, I could consider joining them.
It's funny as fuck 'cause she
So,
has Oboe
what's
on
your
her
decision?
shit. They should give her
Where
a
will you
different
go
outfit.
next?
Slightly
After
different.
everything that's happened, I think I do share the same goal as that friend of his in the new squad they're building. So I'll head back to the new Eridu Defense Force and keep chasing my new goal with a new team.
What is your new goal, actually? You said you found
Your
it
new goal.
after confirming
Are you going to look
what
further
true
into the
hatred
fall of the
is.
old capital?
Yes. My encounter with Grim Vulture has made me realize this should be the true form of my vengeance.
What caused Hollow Zero to
I'll
expand?
uncover the real culprits
Yeah.
behind the old capital's fall and make them pay for their crimes. If the ferryman who leads me to the truth demands a price, I'm willing to wager my life.
Alright, well then now
I
your
have a
name
gut
basically
feeling the
is
masterminds
Carol.
will reveal themselves again soon. To protect the city my comrades cherished and sacrificed their lives for, I won't allow such a tragedy to happen again. By letting the will to protect guide my hatred, I now have a clear aim toward the truth.
Now that explains why she was able to understand when Ambi told her that Soldier, as long as Soldier 11 has something to guide her hatred. Now it makes perfect sense why Trigger understood that. Because she's the exact same. Something to guide her hatred.
That's what I thought. If that's the case, then for now, we probably shouldn't learn your true codename, or lean on each other too much.
Are you saying we're on opposite sides?
No, we might walk different paths. Those paths will lead us to the same destination.
Interesting, I didn't think they'd say this.
It's just that, for now, we can't say any more than that.
I guess. It's always like that. I guess on the surface, those responsible for the old capital's fall, Charon is their teacher, and so they are followers of that. And so, yeah, if you were to like look into it on the surface and find out like who's responsible for the old capital, and see that these people are direct students trying to venerate that person, it would put them on opposite sides, even though their goal is to uncover the truth. So until they can uncover that she really wasn't responsible, they can't really reveal that they're followers.
To be honest, after facing an enemy as ruthless as Grim Vulture, we're reminded of our own powerlessness. Watching you fight back, almost losing your life to a bullet, that feeling. We're nowhere near strong enough to protect you, and we're not strong enough to open up about our pasts either. Sorry.
Suck at that, says Sean.
If this is your slightly selfish principle, I'll respect it. You were once my proxies, and I'll keep this memory locked away as something I cherish. If, as you say, our destination is the same, then we should continue on our separate paths, striving to grow stronger. The next time we meet, I'll reveal my true codename. I hope we can become true comrades. I want your presence to forever remain in the melody of my life.
Deal.
Yes, it's a promise. We'll meet again, Charon.
You watch the woman call herself Karen walk further and further away. The fence position awaits for her at the end of her path.
Hello. I'm the sniper from the former Liar Squad of the Chrysoberyl Division, recommended by Captain Nathan, originally of the new Eridu Defense Force's Obsidian Division, Impera Squad.
Yeah, I heard about you from my superior. You're the one who dealt with the serial murders targeting the Defense Force, right? Well, the new Eridu Defense Force is ready to welcome you back. Let me confirm a few details before taking you to base. Which squad are you applying to join? And did you have a code name during your previous service?
I'm applying to join the Obsidian Division's Obel Squad. As for my codename, Trigger. I was Trigger of Liar Squad.
Why can't they tell us in case you didn't know what her name was? Things will come to an end, though. Do you think we'll ever see Sharon again? Yeah, we'll see her when we're helping a girl named Envy Dharma. Anyway, I hope so too. We must grow, get stronger, gain greater power to face any crisis. When we reunite with her, we must hear her real code name. Exactly. However, hearing the connection between Sharon and Gervaltria, I got the feeling that two people with the same fate ended up walking completely different paths, becoming Bell. If we also encounter enemies who once experienced the same fate, but now walk completely different paths with opposing goals, what would you choose to do? I like how he says that instead of just saying the obvious thing where it's like, that mimics us in fucking Trigger, like immediately. Two people who are hunting the same thing but walk different paths and end up with the same fate. That's literally what we just described. You defeat them both in combat and ideology. Alright, our goal is clear. We'll never waver. If we truly stand at our word, I'll fight alongside you to defeat them and prove our worth as faith. After everything that's happened, I'm feeling a bit tired. We must do the same, right? But we'll get more and more communication from Shepard from now on. How about we take a shorter break while we can? Jeez, this was a good story. Out of sight. I like this one. A soldier's tale. I don't even know what to call it, to be honest. Yeah, it's all just one instead of being like 3. Interesting. Was not expecting an actual comprehensive, like fully extensive soldier story. I felt pretty fleshed out too. Not even like, oh, like it was not half-assed. Like this is what I would expect from a fucking soldier story. Very impressive, I do say so myself. Very emotionally charged too. I mean, I didn't show. There wasn't much to say. Like I really didn't have anything to like say to like override the story. Like I couldn't say much. It was pretty straightforward and cut and dry and curt. It got to the point. It delivered like heartfelt message. Delivered an impactful story. And also, it's so good. It's like Trigger's backstory. We actually got direct with Trigger, nothing else. Just straight Trigger. No like stupid shit in between. No haha hee hee. No diverging off like Genshin does. Where like just lose the plot.
Caffeine on a lazy afternoon.
It was everything you'd want in a character story. Gives you the character's backstory. Gives you insight into how they think, how they are, everything. I think that's like, I don't know if it's my favorite, but it pretty much is, if you ever kind of go to like a model of like what the best character stories are, I think this one is like #1, like of what a character story should be. Compared to before we end the video, let's look at Soldier 11's is cool. Trigger's in that one, which you don't know. Nekomata's is cool. Steel Witch, once again, this one's probably the worst. Lyco's story is pretty cool. It sets up for all the stuff. This one, another one that's pretty good on the like emotional scale. Like kind of, it's not really about Rena. You don't get much more about Rena other than that she's a very kind woman that like, and you get a little bit tidbits of her backstory. That's what's with the old lady. You get this one's pretty good for Chingy. You get a pretty good character story for how she is and the idea of how she sees herself in relation to humans. Win the lottery story, pretty good for Dylan. The fact that they put her actual theme in there is the best part. Lighter's a pretty good one, although it's kind of just a bit like nothing crazy about it. Like, you want to fight? Yeah, that's fine. We get his backstory, but like crazy. Harmas is another good one. Haramusus. Echoes of Silver is a pretty good one. You get a good AMB backstory. Although, once again, I will absolutely hold that this should have been folded into the 1.6 main story. I don't know why it's a character story. And this one's pretty much like the model, like direct. It's about the character. If they keep more like these, I think we're basically set for characters. And then up front the characters, obviously, like special episodes. Like Jane Doe gets an entire fucking episode for her. The same thing with Yanagi gets a whole episode for her. This is like Astra. What if other characters we get like special episodes? It's crazy that Yanagi. You think like Miyabi have got special episode? Nah, Yanagi gets a fucking special episode. Anywho, good story. Appreciate it.